Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 37. Yes, I got it. Yeah. We're back. Left off was quite a cliffhanger. And since I've been freaking mumbling, stumbling my way through these goddamn intros because I never know what I'm supposed to say, I now have figured out what I can always say. Make the beginning a little bit more interesting, which is what we did last time, or the time before last time. Oh no, was it? No, it was last time, where we're just gonna throw out some predictions. I probably won't be able to do that every single time, but when you introduce your characters, instead of you also fumbling on your words to try and describe how your character is feeling, you can just say, if something special is happening, what you think about it, giving me a little bit insight on what you players are thinking, and having a bit more variety instead of me mumbling and jumbling for 10 minutes straight. And with that said, the prediction obviously is what the fuck happened with Arya. So we have this mini segment while you introduce yourself. So, starting off with
me, of course. I am Greg, and I'm playing Irix Banner, the human artificer who just made a magic item that actually does a thing, and he's excited to see how that works. As far as Arya goes, I don't know. I honestly have, I have no idea.
Hi, I'm Matt, playing the Chronomancer, Fierkron. I mean, I'm excited. My spell worked. I successfully, took someone out of the timeline. As for what I think happened when she rolled a 1, most likely there's a version of her out there that wasn't so happy about that. And we'll see. I don't know, maybe she had a talk with one of her other cells about how I keep using her as a test subject.
Hi, I'm Skit. Oh, sorry.
and she dies.
No, sorry. Had something stuck in my throat. I'm Skit. Hey! Skit, I play Isarel Leafina, the druid cleric, who has no idea someone messed with her best friend again. I think we're going to see Top Hat again. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think we're gonna see Top Hat again. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Really good predictions. And obviously, Felicia, you don't have to predict since you know what happens.
Yeah, so I'm Felicia. I'm playing Arya, the character that we left on the cliffhanger with. I'm excited for you guys to start slowly discovering what actually happened to her. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. What did happen? Once again, if someone gets it correct, or correct enough, I will give them a point of inspiration because a little bit of incentive is necessary. It's a bit unfortunate for you, Felicia, since you can't get one, but
2 sessions in a row now.
True, 2 sessions in a row. Just called with bad luck. You know what? I will give you an inspiration for that, since you're kind of the main star of the party right now.
Thank you.
You should feel inspired. And with those motivating words, I think we're gonna just jump right into it. No need to waste any more time. We're gonna get this shit rolling. A forgotten past. This mystery has become a plague. Not even the known wise are enlightened. Curse this land. Curse these eyes. And curse this blood. But the curiosity strengthens. It seeks the answers it can't get. It seeks the answers in the holy blood. Oh, holy blood. May you show the truth that hides. Oh, holy blood. May you reveal the curse that plagues. For are the children not those who have been chosen to receive the reward that shall bless humanity? Oh, holy blood. If they hesitate, is that not blasphemy? What beast is this? It comes from a different place. Oh, fear it, children. Spread the word. Fear the blood. Fear that which it shall show. Blessed be the sweet nectar, for we shall succumb to it. We shall be consumed by the holy blood. This land is cursed. We are cursed. Our blood is cursed. Save us, oh holy blood. Save us, oh holy blood. Save us, oh holy blood. Save us. Holy blood! And there we have it. So that was a quick recap. You guys, the Fate Weavers, after having encountered a pretty bad fate where you lost one of your friends after attempting to find out if one of your other friends was truly dead after a presumptuous statement from Calyx. You found out it was true and unfortunately lost Arya in the process of finding that out. However, with a quick wit and a few good connections and words, you were able to gain favor from Mr. Zephyrus himself, since he had some personal interest in investments in your group and was open to help you out, since it seems like he would also benefit from this relationship. As such, he brought you to Ovalmir, to one of the High Clerics, who was also the one responsible for healing Isil's father, who's currently in a comatose, but seems to be recovering fine. There, you were kind of sent into a odd reality of blood, as Arya's soul seems to have been captured by Calix's curse or influence or whatever it is, and there you had to struggle and fight against a blood demon entity to free Arya completely and bring her soul back to the plane you all call home. And you indeed managed to do that successfully and were able to bring Arya back to life without further complications. Was that you went back to the archives, you all kind of did preparations for what is to come in the future, since you are planning on traveling potentially to the border of colors, and so you were gathering things, buying materials and crafting items, and testing new spells, one of which unfortunately resulted in the prolonged disappearance of the friend you had just brought back. With no real gauge on whether or not it was successful in any way, shape, or form, since you're doing this for the first time, Fiera, it seemed successful that she disappeared, but her prolonged disappearance made you worry a bit. But as the worry was creeping up in your mind, and Isra and Ari kind of went into the room as they were looking, Arya popped right back into the space, and that's where we're gonna start off again. She just was gone for about between 12 and 18 seconds, but is back again. Visually, on first glance, looks exactly the same and is in the same position as you sent her off, as you try to throw one of her psychic daggers at you, and she's kind of in that pose, looking at you.
And that is how you send someone from one point of time to another.
Nope, don't like that. Don't like that.
It's a great discovery, though.
So immediately in my line of sight, I'm assuming is Eirik and Fiera.
Yes.
We went behind you as you were poofed away.
Oh, yes.
Because I wanted to make sure you didn't throw a knife when you came back.
Okay, so nobody's in front of me?
Nope. Just the wall.
So I'm gonna whip around real fast. And as I whip around, I just like look at my friends and I like run and like wrap my arms around them and just give them the biggest hug in the entire world and start bawling. And I'm mumbling, "Oh my god, it worked."
Azrael. What's going? Okay. I'm just gonna try to like pull. I am?
No.
Azrael.
Oh.
Is everything okay over there?
Yes, and no. I think.
I'm gonna go and check what's going on. Hearing like Eirik's hesitation.
I think
I'm
you're
gonna get in
the room.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't with them. I was in a different room. I was getting Arya's bed ready and everything. Like I was on a different floor.
Yeah, well, I think
that I remember.
That the last thing that happened is because they were panicking. You started to like you were already curious and tried to go inside of the room and look what's been happening. So I think you're just in the process of entering inside of the room.
Okay. So, what's happening here?
My head flies up, and I just lunge myself at you.
I'm gonna catch you. Like, yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Did they use you as a test dummy again?
No, I didn't. No. I didn't.
Arya, why are you crying? What's happening?
You're all here. It worked. You're all here.
Yes, we were here 5 minutes ago.
And then I'm just continuously crying. Like, I won't say anything else. Just crying, like... And it looks like on my face, it's like joy.
I'm just gonna pat you in the back and be like, I think she's tired. It might be the emotions of everything that's happened in the last 2 days. How about I take you to bed and we sleep it off? I think you're tired.
Can I look for any differences in Arya's attire, her face, her hair, than she was a minute ago?
Yeah, of course. Can make a perception check.
Oh, that's good for me. 13.
Yeah, 13. Like I said, visually she is exactly 1-to-1 the same. As you left her, she was in the exact same pose as well.
Mhm.
Like it was a literal freeze frame. Hard to miss. So yeah.
Well, seems like I may have confused you. That's my fault. But yes, you were back.
Something happened though. Like, this feels weird.
I mean, I explained what I did, right?
You explained what you thought was happening, but I don't know what you actually did.
Well, it's kind of a new field of study, so. But here she is.
Azarel, has she ever acted like this?
Every single time we were apart and she came back, that's how we usually acted towards each other. This is very normal behavior for Arya and I when we missed each other.
Okay.
Okay. She died and came back to life might be a little bit of a delayed reaction to that whole thing as well. And I'm just patting her, like, reassuring her, trauma can do a lot of things to a body and a mind. So, she came back and we immediately went back to normal. So maybe it's a bit of a delayed reaction to all the things that have happened.
Right.
I mean, she did mention that while she was with him, we died over and over again and came back,
That's a good point.
So I don't know. I have no idea what you just did, Fiera, but maybe she felt like this was happening again.
You know what? My bad. I probably should have thought of that beforehand. But it is perfectly safe, so.
Let's, as a ground rule, from now on, let's not use Arya's brain for testing.
Fair.
I think she went through enough for now. When she's back to herself and completely normal and she can agree to things without shaking, we'll reconsider. But for now, I think it's better if we don't play with her brain too much.
I can agree with that.
Great.
But on the good note, I think I have my step in the door on how we can travel not just from one place to another, but perhaps from one moment in time to another.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I'm not remotely close, but I think with the right tools and a little bit more practice, and probably years of study.
Oh, so years is close.
I mean, relatively.
I agree with both of you on this. A few weeks ago, Dr. Fiera, you were probably decades away from that, and now you're
yeah.
mere years. So compared to before, it's a lot closer. But I also agree with Ireg that it's very, very far in the future, and let's be cautious.
Very well.
All right. I'm gonna take Arya to bed, and I'm gonna leave with her.
Jack, I'm curious. I know you. Okay, so Arya looks the same. We know that, but is there any smell that came back with her? Like, is there a different, like, you know how sometimes you can smell like electricity or something? Like, is there any sort of acrid smell or different atmospheric vibe going on in the room?
Yeah, I can also make a perception check to smell. 15. Take a whiff of the room. Obviously, there's still some of your smoke inside of the room that was prior there. So maybe your nose is a bit numb, but as you kind of passed by you or hugged you, obviously you had great contact and were able to smell her quite vividly. Seemed exactly the same. Touch-wise, visually, and smell-based. Don't notice anything different.
All right. Yeah, I'll just start continue to fan the room out, get the smoke out of there.
Yeah. Okay, then Israel and Arya, you return to.
Before I leave,
Yeah.
Before I leave the room, I'm trying to whisper something to you, and I really hope it works.
To me.
Yes.
On Roll20 or on Discord?
On Roll20.
I don't see anything.
I'm about to send it.
Oh, okay. Just do /gr space and then write whatever, and then only I will be able to see it.
As you're looking at my AC, realize I don't have mage armor on.
Oh. Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
Oh god.
Mm,
Oh, I hate it so much.
I hate that. Oh my god. She has plus 11 to those.
Everything seems fine. For what you can tell. And everything seems very real, which is making you obviously very happy. Seeing that everything went as was promised.
All right, now. Now I can leave.
Okay.
I hate this.
You go with Israel into the room.
I love it.
And yeah, Eirik, Fiera, after obviously you cleared the room of the noxious smoke, is there anything you would like to do before you go to bed?
Also use the Saving Stone for Herald before dozing off.
Very well.
They yeah, that works. Arya is back. We're working with Zephagus now. Our focus goes towards Calyx and Sunanir. afterwards the corruption in Corvallis.
Message goes out. And you get a response very shortly after. That is very good news. I'll keep an eye on the Helios Gate. Hard to do things, lot happening. Will inform of anything major that happens.
Oh, God. I'm so torn between going there. One thing at a time, though. Okay, that's it for me for the night.
Okay, I presume Arik isn't doing anything special.
Now, just calming down, trying to ease myself into sleep.
Okay.
Oh, I showed you that spell for a reason. No, we started talking for a reason, actually. And we're staying in the same room, I assume. So Eric, back to what I was saying before. It is quite interesting, the things you're working on. I was wondering if you had time tomorrow to work with me on something? Or maybe give me some guidance on how I can... Well, I think we both could agree I could use a bit more control with the magic I wield. So a tool would be pretty handy.
Yeah, as far as I know, we don't have anything going on. If anything, I was gonna just do some work myself, but yeah.
So you'll be here tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I'm not just gonna, like, leave.
I meant around the tower, but perfect. In the morning, I'll get some supplies I think will come in handy, and we'll see what we can do. I'm curious what your mind has to offer.
Me too, I guess.
Then I boop your bag with Arcane Aura before I forget. And I also go upstairs and boop the troll case. Have a good night. You too.
Okay, and with that, y'all go to sleep. And one of you guys can roll me the 100.
Nope.
100?
Yep.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I do not want Arya to roll it because I have no idea what's gonna go.
It's for her. 33. Okay. Note that.
Yeah, like nothing goes through Arya's hands right now.
Yeah, and the next morning quickly approaches as the two of you humans wake up to a sunny and pleasant morning. You can feel the temperature once again being quite humid and in the warmer spectrum, going at around maybe like 25 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know what, 80 Fahrenheit. So, you know, you're starting to sweat a bit, and the elves obviously have been up for a bit longer meditating. And Ari can once again put one exhaustion away.
So I think that's all of it now. 'Cause I
Yeah,
did a double rest.
Oh, right.
and then another
So
double.
she still has the exhaustions. Interesting.
Oh,
No, I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, now you don't have
Well,
them
you
anymore.
had,
You
yeah.
had them, but now you don't. So you probably really you actually took like a human's rest for an elf, like just kind of meditating the entire 8 hours, trying to recover from all and just thinking about what has happened. I swear also being there as a support person in the room. And yeah, a new day is here. And I presume y'all, just so we can I presume this is like a shopping quote-unquote downtime part.
For me, yeah.
So we'll just kind of go through like days. I would say like the next 2 days, because then the next kind of quote-unquote event happens, which is Eirik, you have to pick up your armor that you paid for, which is in 3 days. Or now 2 days, since you waited 1 day.
I paid for armor?
Or no, or was it
No.
Arya? Arya was
Arya.
it?
Arya did.
Arya didn't have clothes.
Oh yeah.
Arya got her armor fixed with something, and then I had something to pick up from the blacksmith as well.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're just gonna basically say what you can tell me what you want to do in those 2 days. Obviously, if you want to roleplay, you can roleplay and kind of work that out. But if it's just like crafting or shopping or something, we don't have to go through each and every single step, because that would take a long ass time. So I guess we're just gonna start with Fia and Eirik, since Fia already has something planned with Eirik, and you can tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. I guess so. I'm gonna need materials. From looking for. So far, I have the wood. See, I think I wrote down what I need somewhere, probably. But I also want to get like metallic scrap. I want to get like mechanical things from like clocks or whatever else. Bits, just of metal and clockwork and that kind of thing that can be used as construction material.
Well, I already bought the cuckoo clock.
Oh, that would be pretty useful, actually. Is it like a big clock?
I'd imagine it's probably like a normal. I forget how Jack described it, but
Yeah, it's like a normal cuckoo's clock. So about
that. It would actually be perfect. Okay. Then I want to see what is the biggest emerald we have from the emeralds we got from the I guess the horde we found. Because we have 500 gold worth.
Yeah, so they have all almost the same size, and they're about as big as kind of like this, which is grape sized. So they're all kind of grape sized. Not much deviation in their respective sizes.
Okay. Can I look around town for the biggest, like, I don't know, gem or even a pearl I can find?
Sure, can make an investigation check.
Ooh, 14.
It's a 14. The weapon store also sells a couple of gems. Though he has emeralds actually. He has also amber and sapphires, but he also only seems to have like very small ones, since he uses them for crafting, placing them as like ornamentations inside of weaponry and armor. So he doesn't have like a big fat gem.
Okay. I can maybe use the pearl I have then. Okay, so I will sit down in the tower in the empty room with Eirik and just lay out everything I have. So I want to make, like I said, a staff that will help me kind of control my magic.
right.
So I put the bark down. I would like to make this bark kind of the base staff. But then I kind of want clockwork bits and pieces adorned across it that kind of hold the parts. Take out my locket. I would like my locket kind of socketed in, because I kind of want it part of the staff. And then also I point at your bag of holding. I kind of want to use the life chrysalis we have for now. Although eventually I would really like to find a shadow chrysalis, which is probably going to be difficult. But I think that can be used for now. And then on the bottom, I also want to place. I think I have a diamond. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff actually. Oh, I also have the Sun Shimmer glass focus we found. I don't know if this can help, but I don't know. It probably wouldn't hurt to find a place for it on there. And then I do have a diamond that I put down that is worth 250 gold, so it's probably okay sized. And then this I want on the bottom, kind of fixed in with metal scraps. And then the chrysalis, I want it to be interchangeable because I don't know what else we'll find. Maybe we'll find a better one. Like I said, eventually I want to change it out for shadow chrysalis because that probably will work better for the magic I use. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take some time for me to like process how everything will kind of work together, but it's a good
Right.
start. Like that's a lot of very specific things that makes a product design go a little bit quicker when you have specific, requirements and stuff already, planned out. So that's great.
Mhm.
How big are we talking? Just like wand size, like my thing here, or like do you want like
Like a comfortable staff. I guess I don't know how big are staffs. How big is that? Like, I guess as big as the bark can make it, which I think
right?
is
So you
about 3 or 4 feet.
can make like a almost like a walking stick kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's you can
And then,
probably
I mean, if you can make the staff, and then maybe walk me through your process of how you make your items, because I don't understand how you put that spell in a. Yeah, what'd you call it? A spanner?
yeah, the fidget spinner.
Right, I've never done that. My lessons never really came to that point.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a lot of it is kind of trial and error using different materials and stuff, trying to figure out which materials work well with each other, like what can
Right.
create different energies, what bounces off each other,
So
obviously.
experimenting.
Yeah, like you have a thing in mind that you want to actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was causing this disturbance to get people to be distracted or restrained or whatever. So trying to figure out what would
Right.
cause what would be something that can cause that. So I used poison, which is why you passed out a couple times. That's why I passed out. So like it
I'll say it was
works.
quite effective, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, you're trying to alter time. So that's a little bit different than just using a tiny bit of poison. So it's probably
mean,
going to take a little bit longer.
altering time is actually quite difficult. It's more about controlling and no, we could talk about that.
Yeah, no, but I mean the point still stands. It's just kind of figuring out the ratios of different things and putting things together in the right way. And I also tend to just like try to force myself to dream about my items. That's kind of how like I wrap my head around the like
my dreams have been complete nightmares for the last 2 weeks.
great, that bodes well. Yeah. So make you a staff. Have you seen? Is this staff based on anything that you know of already, or are you trying to come up with like the first ever chrono staff? Like I don't know.
So I kind of lift up my locket. It really all originates from this. This locket helps me kind of tap into what I use my spells for. That's why I want it part of the design, because I feel like that'll help me just have better control over my spells, which is kind of the main goal. I mean, that's also kind of why I want to eventually use, well, if they're even real, the Shadow Chrysalis, because I think the magic that comes from those probably would help me a great deal. But until then, we have a Life Chrysalis that should probably be used.
Yeah, as long as we don't blow anything up unintentionally.
Yes. But no, I've never seen or heard of a staff that can do this. I've really only been practicing magic for a couple of years.
Yeah, I've realistically, if we're being specific here, I've only been practicing magic for like the time I've known you guys. I like I've put magic into, some work that I've done, but like it's never been to, kill people or to, solve mysteries or save the world.
Hmm.
So doing something this intricate is gonna take a little bit of time for me.
I do think, yes, time should be taken.
Okay, as long as you're not expecting this like next week or something, because I realistically don't think that's gonna happen.
I just wanted to get started on while we're all still alive.
Right. All right. Well, I guess I have some drawing to start on.
Sounds fair.
I'll just turn around and
Oh, do you
walk
have
over to a wall
maybe,
and sit down.
yeah, something could maybe actually. The library is probably better, but never mind. If you need me, I'll go to the archive. I'll try to find a book on enchanting. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's one.
that would help.
So yeah, after I get my, I guess I'll give you all the supply. I'll send you a list in Discord of the bits and bobs I was gonna
Right.
put in there.
The bits and bobs he acquired
Bits and bobs.
from bits and bobs.
Speaking of bits and bobs, I wanted to run back there real quick.
Okay.
I want to see, just looking around the store, are there any pairs of gloves that look either, like fancy and or magical?
Sure, you can make, I guess, investigation, since you're kind of snooping around in there. $19, pretty good. Looking around, you definitely find several gloves, sometimes in pairs, sometimes not. But almost all of them, you're confident, don't have any magical capabilities or are magical in nature. Unfortunately, don't have any enchanted gloves in their cupboards.
All right. And then I'll just I'll go back to where I took the potion from, and I'm just gonna grab all of those jars and vials and whatever, and I'm gonna go and just buy all those vials.
Okay. Yeah. Then there are 15 in total. If you want to take all 15, and that would run you about 3 gold.
Done.
And you can add 15 empty vials in your inventory. Okay. Anything else?
Aside from doing a little bit of work on crafting stuff,
I mean, we can come back to it later if you try to.
Can I get supplies for Find Familiar while I'm shopping in the morning?
Yeah, of course.
It's just incense and charcoal. So.
Yeah. How much would you like to purchase?
I don't know how this is gonna go, so I'll get 50 gold worth.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll do that tonight. I'll do that with everyone because I don't know what's gonna happen. Just in case something happens.
Yep.
In case I summon a demon.
Okay. Yeah. Then Israel and Arya, anything from you two that you would like to do on this beautiful day?
I wanted to go try to find Eirik, actually.
Man of the hour.
Well, I figured, like, Fiera's probably not around. I figured Fiera was off doing Fiera things.
Yep.
But I wanted to bring this silver earring that I have and see if Eirik can tell me if there's anything special about it.
I could absolutely do that. Yeah. Throw my goggles on, take a look at it, see any properties about it, and I will cast Identify.
Yes, you cast Identify on it, and as your kind of goggles gleam up, a magical enchantment is inside of this earring, and you would know that this is a phantom earring. And I will send you what it can do in Discord.
A phantom earring.
And you can explain it to Arya if you wish to. Want to keep it for yourself.
I hope it's not cursed.
I think you find that out when
yeah,
you
I think
identify.
I think you're right. Depending how strong it is, but yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Alright, look at Eric investigate this earring with his goggles.
Yeah, it's real tough. It's gonna take a while. Hold on.
I mean, it's decently short for what I usually
No,
do.
I know. For
The suspense is almost as bad as waiting to figure out my twist.
The tables have been
If we
flipped.
figure it out.
Okay, while
there's
you
so many things.
okay while you figure that out, we will just go to Isterwell.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I want to actually say.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be on observation duty while I'm with Arya, like just kind of observing her, trying to get a sense of how she feels and stuff. You know, like a friend that is concerned about their friends, so they kind of they're there, but they're also kind of like trying to have a general feeling of the whole situation without really talking about it.
Yeah, just like hovering beside her.
Yeah, like I'm concerned, but because my friend just came back from literal hell, so I'm just kind of trying to see if she seems like herself, considering everything she went through.
You're being a mom.
Yeah, I'm being a mom. I'm absolutely momming you right now.
Okay, I guess making just an insight check to kind of feel her vibe.
Alright. Come on, it's my highest stat, please.
Jesus Christ.
I know everything. I don't.
Yeah, I guess Arya, you can tell her what she kind of observes and like how you are specifically feeling.
Oh man, I don't even know how to describe this. He has this like, so Ari's got this level of like pure happiness, like this is the happiest that she's been in a very long time. But also like some skepticism, like she doesn't believe any of it's real. I feel like that should sum it up pretty well, right, Jack?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you would immediately gather probably the happiness stems from having experienced something extremely horrifying. It's almost like, you know, someone went through trauma, but then
Yeah.
got told, oh no, it actually didn't happen. That's kind of the vibes they're giving off, you know, when someone
Yeah.
jokes, oh, you got fired off your job, and then the whole livelihood crushes in front of them, but then they say, oh no, it was just a prank. That kind of vibe, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole like, haha, I'm having fun, but also kind of checking around me, like,
Yeah.
is this really? Yeah.
Yeah, too good to be true, almost.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, seems like Arya doing Arya behavior, you can 100% confirm with natural 20, like, this is Arya. It's not someone trying to mimic her or anything. This is Arya. Definitely.
Yeah. This is the Arya that I saw die and plucked out of hell.
Most likely,
Basically.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar vibes, at least.
Because, again, I have no idea what Fiera did to her, so I'm checking on the whole, like, hell and back thing.
That
So in Isarel's opinion, like, this is the friend I've always known.
there's a bit of a discrepancy in her emotions from when she came back. She seemed extremely, like, still traumatized and distraught, which you don't get the same vibe now. It's a bit different. It's similar but different. She seems to now kind of exuberate a bit more happiness. But it's kind of more directed towards, like, everyone personally, like, that she's happy that she's been back. And why, when she came back from hell, it was more like thank God it's over. So there's a bit of a difference there that you notice. So the happiness is kind of different in a way, yeah.
Okay. And then obviously the other thing is just gonna wait for my stuff to be ready at the blacksmith. But other than that, I'm just like mumming over Arya.
Yeah, just buying snacks, feeding her.
Yep.
They fit.
Oh, you wanna go to the park? Let's go to the park. Oh, you wanna do like all your favorite things? Let's do your favorite things. Like,
No, it sounds more like you're walking a dog, but yeah.
no. I'm literally basing my mumming experience over my 3-year-old stepson when he's not feeling well. Like, let's do all of your favorite things, buddy.
Okay. Yeah. Then I guess now we'll turn back to Eirik. Hopefully that was enough time for you to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. So, it's kind of funny. You having just basically died, this might, this can kind of turn you into a ghost for a moment's time.
What?
So, if you activate the earring, you become incorporeal for a brief moment. I'm saying this in complete sincerity. You become, you basically become a ghost. You have resistance to all damage types except for psychic. And the whole ghost thing, you can walk through objects, you can walk through walls, and if you wanted to, you can walk through creatures.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So, It does. I do. It does. It does. There are others. It belongs. It's part of like a set. But yeah, this is just just a ghost earring. Don't haunt me. Stay out of my mind and stay out of my body, please. Don't just be like passing through my body. Just go around me.
So like, how does it work? Does it like, if I like activate it, can I like, so I go basically invisible and people can't see me?
Well, yeah. So when you get hit by something, if you take damage, you can use the earring. You can there's multiple charges in an earring, so you can use a charge and you'll turn kind of like shimmery and ghostly. I think your form still stays there. Like you can still see you, but it's like magical ghosty.
So it's harder to see me.
I don't think it really does. I mean, a shimmery, glowy form is pretty hard to miss. I don't think it really does anything to make you harder to see. It just lets you be a ghost that you can see. It's not really a ghost.
Listening to describe this is the funniest thing ever.
I don't know if you know, but I'm very good with words.
It's okay, Eric. I just pat your back. I'm just glad that you're here, buddy.
Yeah, I've always been here. You're the one that's gone away.
No, you haven't.
Izrael?
Yeah, I'm right beside. What do you mean he hasn't?
At one point, none of you were here. And I was all alone.
Well, when you died and came back, right?
Well,
Oh,
no.
Why do I hear robot? Why did everybody just freeze?
Oh no.
Oh my god,
Uh-oh.
she just fucking disappeared in real life. Oh fuck. Oh, the timing.
Okay, I can hear again. I
Okay.
can hear again.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not so much about the dying. I think what Fiera did to her. Before you came into the room, why we were freaking out and panicking.
What happened exactly in that room?
I was there and
Before or
then I
after
disappeared.
I made her pass out?
What?
Before or after I made Fiera pass out?
When Arya apparently disappeared and reappeared?
Okay, so after. Yeah, Fiera.
Wait, you
What?
made Fiera pass out?
Yeah, no, but you don't want to know about that, so I'm just going to tell you about what happened after.
That's a story for another day. Right, okay.
Yeah, so Fiera was just like showing me some like new fancy scary magic about like time things and casted a spell on Arya. They were fighting. They started fighting. Arya, what? You threw a dagger at her? You were I don't really know what was going on. Like
She told me to attack her, so I did.
Well, I know. It
I
all
didn't
kind of
hit her.
Well, no, you disappeared. Yeah, so Fiera wanted Arya to attack her. So Arya did. She went and threw a dagger. And then what Fiera did was weird magical time thing. And Arya disappeared for like 12 seconds. That's when the panic started happening.
Okay.
And then she showed up
Okay.
again, and then you came in, and we were freaking out, and then that's why I got scared, because Arya was she came back, you came back, and you were all like happy, and I was freaking out. Because obviously I'm so normal and like at ease most of the time, it was probably really evident that I was freaking out.
Fine. I'm fine. I'm here. Everything's fine.
Everything's not fine, but yes, you are here.
Where did Kiera send you?
I don't know. I was just in a space. Like I was.
I mean, I can be in a space too, and I'll just like stand over here.
Like I didn't.
I'm in a
leave the
space right
room.
now as well.
Not helping at all.
I didn't leave the room. I was just in the room.
No, you left the room.
Well, from my point of view, I was in the room.
Well, that's absolutely false.
Well, I don't know then.
We might need Fiera to work out the specifics of what her spell does, because I think there is a slight discrepancies on what happens to the person and what people see.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't see us when you were in your space.
I didn't see them, did I, Jack?
No,
Or
it,
did I? I don't
it's
remember.
it's so how it worked for you is you don't remember even Fiera casting the spell. They literally just, it's as if you skipped time and we appeared back there. That's how it works. So you just appeared there, and because I stepped behind you, it, from your perspective, it just looked like Fiera and Arik disappeared.
Okay. So yeah, I was in the room. I threw my dagger, and the next thing I know, I'm here and nobody's in front of me.
Yeah, we never left. Fiera moved us because she was worried that you were gonna come back and be, like violent, and that dagger was still gonna be thrown at us, and so we moved. But you were gone. You were literally gone. That is why I started to panic.
Oh, well, I'm here. And you're here. And Izrael's here.
Are you just
Did you do the mind link? I don't think
no?
you didn't mention it, so okay.
I mean, this is downtime. I would just assume that every
Right.
time you go out, you'll
Right.
just have the mind link. These are picky.
Sure. Well, I assume I get to the library eventually, so while they're talking,
Here, I'll roll
hey,
it just so
Izrael.
not for long.
in case it's 1 hour, I'll wait. I guess I'm sending too. I don't have a lot of messages right now.
Fine.
Oh wow. Hey Israel, did you get the name of any individuals from the Feywild?
Right. Yes. I do have quite a few names. Is there anything or anyone in particular you're interested in or would like to know?
Just someone you would feel comfortable me reaching out to. With you there, but I don't know if you'll be able to interact as well.
You want to talk to a Fey god?
I mean, if you know somebody lower than a god, that'd be appreciated, but
I mean, I can give you my mentor's name. The one who taught me everything that I know. I mean, he's a druid of the Fey court.
isn't he here though?
Yes and no.
Okay, well, maybe tonight. Well, okay. Everyone, tonight, are we good with getting Glamour back? I could probably use some help.
Like out of the ring.
Yes. I think I have what I need to turn him back. I'll just have to probably adapt the spell.
Okay, you're playing with magic already, and then you're just gonna go and like adapt it, hoping it's gonna work.
Do you have a better plan?
No, I don't. I'm just saying your plan doesn't sound very good.
Well, that's why I'm asking for all your help.
I honestly feel like none of Fierre's plans go the way that they're supposed to.
My spell worked wonderfully. Exactly like I was
Did it
hoping it would.
though? Did it though?
I mean, one thing is, you're probably the first time traveler in many, many years. So, congratulations. But back to the face stuff. Maybe not tonight, but maybe, well, we'll see. I think I have a way to contact some people, though. And I need to experiment to make sure the spell is working as it should.
I'll try to remember things if I remember them.
Appreciate it.
So run this by me again real quick. You're gonna take Glimmer out of the ring, and he's gonna go where?
I will turn him into a cat.
A domestic cat.
I mean, I don't plan to control him, but he'll be of his own mind and body. In a
He's
cat.
not gonna like that. He's gonna be able to want to have his hands to make his glamour wear.
Well, I can only do so much right now. So it's either he stays in the ring, or we turn him into a cat. And I want
And
the
then-
ring to be free.
And then we're not gonna be able to talk to him.
You might be able to.
I can.
Azrael could. I'll be able to as well. I think everybody but Eirik, which I think is agreeable.
Could I do my mind link on a cat?
Yeah, it says
If
creature.
he's and he has to be able to understand a language
I
to
mean, he knows
understand.
common. But
I can
we'll have
talk
figure
to a
it out.
cat.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out if the spell works. But I need to research one thing, and I'll come back and we can turn him into a cat. Hopefully.
Do you need help finding a cat?
No?
Okay. Just saying. Just asking.
What do you have, a cat guy?
No, but I can summon one.
Just have like a cat dealer in town?
I am the cat dealer.
It's not going
Just-
to be a real cat.
I just snap my fingers and one appears in front of me.
Exactly, yes. That's what I plan to do as well.
Just like the same way that I say a few words and like my hands go all glowy and all of a sudden there's a dryad in front of us. Kind of same principle, just lower level.
So glad we're on the same page. But first, I will go to the archive to the 9th level.
Okay, we'll continue there after that funky exchange.
So, can I have my earring now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can go to your inventory and add phantom earring. You can.
I feel like Arya does just as much dangerous stuff as Vera. In such a different way. I experiment
what are you
with
talking
magic. You, I don't know. You're just surrounded by chaos.
I'm surrounded by chaos.
That you've created.
He's really susceptible to it. I don't know.
Okay, you can throw fingers during lunch break, children.
Oh, so I have to attune to this.
Yes, you do have to attune to it, since it's a magical item.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go, like, sit down somewhere and start to attune to this.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. And while you do that, we're gonna go to Fierre. Gonna skip through all the formalities, but you also enter inside of the large old archives, go down all the way to the 9th layer, which takes, I would say, probably half an hour just walking down there.
Yep.
And you get to the peculiar new located room where it's this big, what was it, Decagon or Decagon? Decagon?
I don't know.
How do you pronounce it? Is it the S or is it the
You
K?
said Deca.
Yeah, okay,
I, mean,
Decagon.
I
Didn't
feel
we?
like those are two
Decagon?
different words. I don't know.
Okay, maybe. Then we'll just sit for Decagon, and in the middle is a island desk with O'Toole in it once again, who greets you.
Perfect. So, how does this work?
Well, you just tell me which subject you wish to research, and I shall open the pathway to the storage room that most likely has information you require.
I want to know what happens to our souls once we pass away. Where do they go? What happens?
So that would be in the category of annihilation fields, then.
If you believe that's the best route, then sure.
Alright. And kind of turns around, and in the middle you can see this big, large wheel, silver wheel, which is then grips and then cranks and turns. And once again, you can see the walls will start to shift. The entrance through which you came in disappears, and a new doorway on the other side of the room appears. And he just kind of gestures for you to walk inside.
Sure.
Okay, so you can make an investigation check, and you are searching specifically for what happens to the soul once you die.
Yep. Where does it go? What happens? What's the thoughts?
Okay.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
There is a 14 entering inside of the door. There's a very slim hallway that doesn't go too far, and there aren't a lot of books inside of here. It seems like all of them are very, very old. Some are a bit newer actually. You can see these are like mostly loosely gathered papers that have been written and collected and placed into like a journal. And kind of reading through them, the gist that you get from most of these is that Annihilation Field specifically is still extremely a topic that isn't fully understood yet. One thing you do get is that since some people believe that it probably has something to do with divine magic, which is why it's hard for normal humans and mortals to comprehend. Some others believe that it's an entirely different origins. But one thing that all agree on is that annihilation fields are what allow not only a consciousness to exist, but also allows one to influence the outside world. Without annihilation field, you wouldn't be able to influence the outside world, aka you wouldn't exist. And it's kind of put into the same category, which is why it's also said people with a stronger annihilation field have a stronger influence on the outside world, and that can come in form of magic, which is most often used to describe annihilation fields. And especially very strong individuals who have a strong annihilation field exuberate a passive influence on their surroundings, because they gain so much control, strength, or concentrated power is one way that many people describe it, that it influences. And when a individual dies, that annihilation field disappears, and as such the influence that you have on the world also disappears, which is why people think that that is the direct link between living and dying. that once your annihilation field disappears, you are officially considered dead. Yeah, and that's kind of like the main gist that you get. But what it is, or what really happens, the main thing that, as you have already like learned before, is you just kind of dissipate and disappear. Like the field that keeps you together breaks, and all the energy is just released into the world.
But still heavily unknown. Difficult. Okay. Okay. That means if I want to look for some means of revivify or something, divine is still the path. Okay. I guess the only other thing I'll look into is planes before I head back to the tower. I research what planes are there, what is the 101 on them.
Okay. But that you have to step back out of that room, since there's only about annihilation fields, and there's a separate category called astral connections. And you can make an investigation check there.
Oh yeah, it has to be better than 5. Let's go. Nope. Oh, it was a 9. Oh, I had it upside down.
Oh. 22. Pretty damn good. You go inside of there. Here seem to be a bit more books than what's it called? The annihilation field sections. Some of them are also quite new books, it seems like, and notes that have been gathered over the last couple of years, where, you know, the edges of the books don't seem to be heavily weathered. And you are specifically searching for planes
I want to know
that exist.
Yeah, like known planes that, what planes are there and what's the basics on them.
Yeah, so there is the Feywild, and people are pretty convinced that it exists just because all the documentations of ancient historical scriptures and runes and stuff heavily suggest that it exists. And you specifically find books about the Fey courts, and that their influence and their existence is proof that it must have existed. And many also believe that the roots of magic itself on the material plane actually come from the quote-unquote Feywild. It's a place that is always described as basically the same as the material plane, just if you bump up magic to 1000, and then this comes as influence. It is...
And the Sapphire's Plane is what we call the material plane.
The Sapphire's Plane is the name of the continent, not the material plane.
Oh, so the material plane would be like our planet, space.
Yeah, exactly. And what would be beyond the Everstorm, if there's anything beyond. I know, confusing name. Since it has plane in the name. Oh, nice rhymes. Yeah, so the Feywild exists. There are other documentation which you now read, but there are often asterisks attached to it because those things haven't been confirmed yet. But the Feywild is often associated with something they refer to as the Tree of Power. And what often is said is that the roots of the Tree of Power is actually the Feywild, and that it exists on top of this tree, and that the roots kind of connect on different places on the material plane and feed the material plane with magical energy, since that is the main body or main source of magical energy, and without it magic wouldn't exist. But like I said, big asterisks behind that because there has been no confirmation about this theory whatsoever.
Right.
Other thing is, the Shadowfell is also heavily believed to have existed, and even there's more evidence about that existence than the Feywild actually, since a few people say that they actually have been there in this lifetime. They say some people have made excavations inside of the Caravan Ravine, and that a tribe of drow people didn't kind of went out during the Age of Chaos, but instead went deeper, and then some of them returned and told of a place that was kind of shrouded in shadow. And the other point of evidence is the Molvanax tribe in the Coleridge mines underneath Collis, where people who have been able to talk with them say that they also have connections with the Shadowfell, and they often describe it as the counterpart to the Feywild, which is the other side of the spectrum.
Oh boy, so the ravine full of demons and the mines full of its own troubles. Okay, that's 2 safe places to check. Good.
Yes. Other things, other planes, these are the only 2 where people are confident that they exist. The others are all speculative. One, of course, the heavenly planes from the Holy Lichnius and what is described inside of them as a place where you get kind of reborn and can be part of the celestial circles of the angels and the creator of light. But once again, only kind of preached notes speak of it. And the counterpart to that, which is hell, where you go to when you severely fuck up your life. However, what you do find was a 22, which is a pretty good roll, is there's a kind of smaller section of almost like a notepad that talks specifically about astral bodies and their connection to planes, which is, and these are personal notes from Zephyrus himself, which is comparing astrological star maps that existed before the Angelic War that were found and now after the Angelic War. And comparing them, there seem to have been, I have to count now, I forgot how many there there used to be, or at least in the old astral maps, there were 7 planets inside of the solar system, but now you can only see 2. And the other thing that is believed is, and is almost confirmed, but the moons that you see in the night sky is fake.
Interesting. That is, Lost 5 planets. Moon is fake. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Lovely. That's not scary whatsoever. Okay. Yeah. That'll keep me busy in thoughts for a while as I head back to the tower.
Yes. Okay. For the first day, anyone else want to do anything? Iwick?
No, I'm working on a design.
Okay. Then we can say that the first day passes by.
So that night is when I would get everybody together to see if we can figure out how to get Glamour out of the ring. So I'll gather everybody in that empty room, probably where Eirik is working, to make things simple.
Or like move some of the stuff out of the way.
Yep, space. I'll get out my spell book and flip it to the Find Familiar. So, this spell isn't really designed to specifically do this. Usually it grabs something else. But I'm hoping with your guidance, maybe we can make some alterations so that it can focus on the ring. I flipped to like the page where I have sending. So, like this spell, if I'm familiar with the target, I can send them a message. So I'm hoping maybe we can take that function and then flip back to find familiar and add it to this one. Thoughts? Does anybody else have a better idea than me kind of altering it slightly? I don't think any of us have probably done this.
Nope, never.
Have you thought about asking him how to get out of this ring?
Well, he mentioned before, he can leave any time, but that is just for his soul.
But he's so desperate to get out.
Well, the thing is, it would be quite useful to have this empty in case one of us falls like Arya.
What if I die again?
That's what I meant for us three. I wish we could give this
living.
to you and give you another chance, but I don't think that'll work. But if one of the three of us could wear it, I think that's a good idea.
Well, you're the one that's been doing the research into it.
Okay. So I'll spend some time and try to make that change to find familiar. I guess, can I figure out if it's easier to have it focus on an item versus focusing at like sending when I'm familiar with the person? Because I have the ring. So if I could use the ring as material component versus just being familiar with them. I assume the ring would be better. I don't know. I would try one of those two options.
I'm just wondering, just a thought. Could it be as simple as whoever is attuned to the ring can get their soul into the ring? Have we thought about that? Could it be that simple?
I think it only houses one person. Are you talking about leaving or entering the ring?
No, I mean, like, so right now Glamour is in it because he was wearing it when he died. If we get him out of that ring, could, for example, you wear it, attune to it, and then if you die, you get in that ring?
Yes. That's exactly how it functions.
Well, then we just need to get him out and not give him the ring.
Right. I'm saying I want him to get out of the ring into a cat so I can keep wearing the ring. And then when I die, I can go in it. If I die. That is the goal, to get him out so we can go in should something happen.
Then let's find a cat and tell him just poof in
No,
there.
I will make the cat. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. I just need you all to watch in case something goes awry.
I'm back up.
But yeah, I think the best thing is if I can alter the spell so I can use the ring as a material component for what goes in the cat. So I will try to do that, if that makes sense.
Like, I understand why you want the ring, but I feel like Eirik should have the ring because it says that it makes it so nobody can get into your brain unless you explicitly give them permission to. And I feel like that would give him more safety feeling from people just can't invade his mind.
Yeah, as long as there's nobody in it talking to me.
Yes, I think that's been the biggest deal so far.
Yeah, so once we get Glamour out, maybe Eirik can wear it.
Sure, that's fine with me. I just don't want it. We've already killed Glamour. So if I can find a way to do some good and give him a second chance, I think we should do that.
Let's all remember that he was a petty crime lord, so him dying is not a big issue.
What does Glamour think about coming out? Has anybody asked him?
Oh, he's excited. He wants a body. He wants to come out.
He wants to make a clothing store.
Who has him right now?
I do.
She does.
Okay.
So we're good with him coming back as a cat? I mean, if he does wrong, I can just dismiss him, and then that'll be that.
So that's what you're calling it now? Just dismissing somebody?
Look, this is also a test that if one of us dies, we have a backup just in case. So we can speak to each other. Maybe I can give you a fey body until we find a real body. I don't know. It's just an experiment. What happens when the soul is away from the body?
It's your project.
All right. What do you think, Jack? Can I alter Find Familiar to use the ring as a material component?
You can make an Arcana check to kind of
Sure.
gauge
Yeah.
with everything you've researched and have what might be a possibility here.
I'll use my inspiration because I kind of want this to work.
Okay.
Obviously.
Holy
is.
shit, there it is. Oh,
Best
Here we
use of
go.
inspiration.
it really is. Couldn't have been better.
A lot better than the natural one I roll with my inspiration.
That's just bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, you're looking at the ring, you're looking at a soul, and you're looking for a way to take him out of the ring, which is the first big hurdle. And the second thing is putting him then somewhere else. You've read about different types of magics, and usually, you know, there is a type of spell that allows you to literally trap a soul inside of a cage if you prep.
Probably well beyond me at this point.
Exactly. But since you already have a soul, and hopefully a willing
and
one.
I don't want to force it, right? I'm not trying to force a soul from one sport to another. I kind of want to like open a gateway,
Yes.
like almost a magnetic pull.
Yeah, so what you obviously need is like a tether and something that also can hold his soul permanently. Because the only reason why Glamour exists is because this wing is holding a soul in place.
Yeah.
As soon as you let go, he will whiff out to the wind, and you want to prevent that from happening by giving him some sort of body. And you have actually something that can, most likely, and you're pretty confident, hold his soul, which is a life chrysalis. It's one of the very few items that exist on this plane that actually have the ability to hold a soul. So you feel pretty confident that you can take him out of there and then place it inside of here, inside of the kind of life chrysalis, and every single time you wish to summon him, you would just need to take out the life chrysalis and use that to kind of conjure up his form as a cat.
Oh my god. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess that can work. We're not currently using it. And this would be I guess, yeah, I'll bring it up to the group. So I think I found a way to use the life chrysalis we have to, in essence, tether his soul so it goes into the cat. Since we're still trying to figure out the full extent of what we can do with the life chrysalis, I think it would be a good experiment. And like you said, he's a criminal, so better him than us. And then we can figure out how we can better use the chrysalis as we've practiced these sort of things. Is everybody okay with that?
I'm fully confused by it, but if you think it's something that might actually work,
I think so. I mean, mainly we're trying to figure out how to use the chrysalis for good. And if we can use it to potentially save a life, then maybe we can figure out how to use this down the line to even bring us back. But I do want to make sure. Just wait for Azrael because I want to make sure. So what do you think, Azrael? Because
Ooh, she seems distracted.
Ooh.
Sorry, there's a trouble brewing on the horizon called a cat being mischievous.
Oh.
Oh, perfect timing.
Absolute best timing. Sorry.
I was just saying.
Do we have time for a potty break?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? It's good. That's a great time.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I have to get him. He's getting into things he shouldn't be getting.
Yeah, he's enough. I'll see you in a second. Bye. And we're back. And we're just gonna jump right back in since we left off in the middle of a conversation.
I'll start preparing. Whatever I need to make the adjustments I need. The spell. Eirik, can I have the chrysalis?
Yep.
You want me to be ready for anything at all, or?
I literally don't know. I don't know if it's been. Well, it's probably been done, but you know, magic is interesting and things can go awry.
Well, if someone gets hurt, I'll deal with it. Or at least try.
Yeah, I should probably check with Glamour. Hey, well, guess what? As I talk to Glamour,
Yes.
someone's about to have a new birthday, I believe.
Oh, congratulations. I assuming you are pregnant.
I go quiet for at least a minute.
This pause is worrying me. I mean, who's the father, Eirik?
I look at Eirik with like the strangest look, like no.
Okay, took you a bit of time to say no.
I believe I've finished the spell to bring you back to life.
Oh! Well, almost as good as having a son, I would say. But no, if you ever get a kid, I can make some fire glamorous clothing for them. You know, babies don't have good fashion. They look ugly. But not if I make clothes for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a whole new life. You can experience what you want. I just need to know if you're ready, because this will probably be interesting. I'm gonna shift you around a bit, and then what do you want to look like?
I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 conditions, which is I obviously.
You have conditions.
Well, how I look like, you asked me, right? Like how my appearance.
Yes.
Like I obviously have to be glamorous. I mean.
Okay, how about this? As I'm forming your body, project an image of what you want to look like, and if I see it, that's what I'll make it as. Focus real hard.
You've seen me before. I mean, ultimately, if you could achieve I know it's difficult to achieve perfection, but if you could get close to that, would be pretty nice.
I think I actually wrote that down. Baxi. Maybe remind me?
Wow, I have very shiny yellow fur. Nice pointed ears, trimmed hair. Smooth as the smoothest silk you can find.
Oh, I do have it actually. I have this. Why do I have that in my notes? Okay. Okay, I'll do the best I can.
I appreciate it very much. And my thanks goes out to you, of course, for putting so much effort into me. And even though I tried to kill you and all that stuff.
Well, to be fair, I'm using you as a test subject, so you know.
Aha, and in exchange, you shall be my test subject for my new clothing brand. Am I right?
So, I believe he's ready, everyone.
I didn't hear yes. Hello? I mean, I do great clothing. Don't you?
I just crack my knuckles. Okay. Annihilation Field. Transfer soul into gem. And then give it the functionality to create a cat. Ooh. I think I've done harder things, so this should be doable. And then I'll start preparing the ritual for Find Familiar version X.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be a skill challenge since you're trying to kind of bring him up. So you have to explain to me which skills you wish to use that would help you summon Mr. Glamour into existence.
Oh boy, okay. Well, luckily I'm a wizard for this. What do I have prepared today? Get a bunch of weird stuff. Perfect. Yeah, first things first. I think I will try to get the Arcana out of the way. And since I know Annihilation Field is required, can I tell with like... Can I tell if there's like a field around the ring? Like Annihilation Field? Is that like an arcane aura?
It is very hard to detect, even with like detect magic or so. Usually you can see like a slight glimmer around individuals. However, the ring itself has a magical aura since it's magical in nature. So if you would cast that, which you have done multiple times, you would see like a kind of a mix of color between what is presumably the annihilation field of Glamour and the magical aura of the ring itself. So yes, there is a detectable annihilation field.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of just want to create a pathway for it to get from the ring into the chrysalis. If that makes sense. A safe way for him to traverse where he won't get lost.
Okay. Yes, and you should
Probably with Arcana.
Okay. Can definitely roll that Arcana.
Actually, would it make sense to use religion for that? Because it has to deal with the soul?
No. Unfortunately
No?
not. Since the annihilation field is something magical in nature and not necessarily something religious. Religious would be if you were trying to do a religious ritual in order to put him over. Then I would allow that.
Gotcha.
But you
Okay, that's
fair.
Arcana it is.
Okay. There's a 19. Very, very good. So the first step is you're trying to create a bridge. And the way you want to create a bridge is obviously first creating the familiar spell. So you kind of set up your incense. And, burning them will create a arcane connection with which you usually would kind of lure a face bird over and then kind of domesticate it. But instead, you aren't trying to domesticate a runaway face bird. You wish to lure glamour out and create a bridge. So, you kind of create this arcane circle and then place the chrysalis inside and then put the incense around it and start burning it. And you can see and feel that the arcane aura created by the spell itself is kind of grasping towards the chrysalis and also connecting with the ring itself, and you're fairly confident that you have established a firm connection, and now you just have to kind of yoink him over somehow.
Okay. I'm actually gonna look over to. Would I be able to get help from others?
Of course you can.
Perfect. I'll look to Izarel. So I've prepared a bridge for him to cross. You don't have anything, or can you think of a way to help give him strength to move across? Because right now he's somewhat weak in his form. Something to give him a boost, or
She's looking looking at something closely.
Izarel?
Yes?
I was asking if you have anything to help Glamour empower himself. In his current state, is kind of weaker. So anything that helps strengthen his spirit, his soul, what's left of it? Or do you have any experience ushering a soul?
Trying to see if I have anything at all that could perhaps help a little bit. I can guide him a little bit. I could give him a little bit more courage with heroism. Those kind of things. I have
What do you usually use when you conjure your fey beings?
I conjured them.
Well, usually you have to call them here, right?
Yes. I say a few words and my hands become kind of glowy.
And you try to use that to kind of pull him along?
I don't have any of those prepared today. I have none prepared at all.
Okay.
I can locate a new creature. Or I could get it all over with and dispel the magic that is going on.
Oh, that would be the opposite of what I need, yeah.
I can ride in the clouds.
Okay. I'll let you think on that.
I literally have I literally have all of the healing spells prepared today.
Maybe you can try to do that. Can you just give him whatever strength you can?
I mean, I could. Is he considered? I don't know. I can protect him while he's going through all of this. I could cast Sanctuary on him, so this way, if anything goes wrong, at least he's kind of protected.
Sure.
Other than that, I can detect for poison.
I don't think it's poison. If you can aid him across with a protection spell, I think that would help.
Or, like I said, I can guide him, or I can guide you guys while you help him. I think it's probably
gotcha.
the best I can do right now. I can make it colorful.
What is going on?
Color is glamorous.
I don't know.
That is true.
I
Okay, how about
I
this?
seriously thought this was a dump day, so I just like put everything in healing and did
That's
nothing.
fine.
I didn't even
Fine,
think
it's fine.
about it.
No worries.
But
Uh,
like, let me. I can
whatever
probably.
you think can help.
I can probably do. I don't know if it's gonna be very helpful, but I could protect him from evil and good. So this way, if there's like other beings trying to pull at him while we're transferring him, he's gonna be protected.
That sounds pretty useful.
I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna be useful, but you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try to protect him from good and evil.
Okay.
It's probably the only thing. Unless I cast guidance on Iric, I don't think I could do anything else right now. I am literally the most useless in this situation. Like you said, you didn't need help for an animal, so I didn't get any of my conjures.
It's fine. Whatever you think would help.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna cast guidance on you because you're trying to do these things.
Wonderful.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
guidance on you.
Okay, you now have guidance, Viola.
I am guided.
Yes, you are
Okay.
guided. You have a D4 added to whatever you roll.
Lovely. Okay. Well, I was going to ask Iric next. That's okay. So I plan to get him across to the chrysalis. Can you help me prepare it? Essentially help keep him in the chrysalis. Make sure the chrysalis enchantment is ready, so he has a housing space in there. Yeah, you've tinkered with chrysalis before and your items, so can you help me with that?
Yeah, I mean, I can make the chrysalis as stable as possible, and
Exactly.
yeah, so I'll just.
I have
Pull out a-
robots.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
I have robot brain.
Man, these last 5 minutes were a trip.
Black screen. Nothing going on.
Oh no!
Asriel just lost her mind.
Yeah, just got a panic attack suddenly out of nowhere. It's like, oh.
There it is.
Oh, man.
Are we back?
There it is.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay,
Everything's good.
okay. The panic attack has stopped.
Okay.
Please continue, Iric.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll quickly pull out just like a little piece of wood and some springs and all my little like hooks and stuff that I use to hold the chrysalis in place when we did the healing ceremony in the ruins. Basically creating like a little stand with a little thing that the chrysalis can sit inside and be very nice and protected. And
Yeah, I say you can make a, well, you can choose a skill. Since this is a skill challenge, you have to explain to me which skill you wish to use.
I guess I'll do sleight of hand just to make sure that this can go quickly and, just everything is just very, like, precise and,
Yeah. Put together tightly. Yeah, I allow that. That's a 18. Okay. You kind of fiddle back with this contraption that you did when you kind of revived or healed Isoel. And then specifically what you did quite literally was a connection between the Chrysalis and Isoel. So now you just have to implement it so it's the Chrysalis now connecting to this ring where this supposed soul of glamour is inside of. And with a quick wit and fast thinking, you kind of readjust the wires, you know, take some of the cables that are a bit thinner and kind of just crack them open and then just wire them around the ring itself, which obviously then means we have to take off the ring. And you have this kind of connection in place, and as soon as you kind of finish kind of wiring in the last cable, you can see that the ring suddenly emits a slight glow, almost like a purple and yellow kind of hue just kind of comes out. And then a short moment after, the chrysalis kind of lights up and then glows. It always emanates like a very slight glow in itself, like this green aura. And then it kind of shifts into the purple light and then a very faded and faint yellow one before it returns to its green aura. And everything's back to normal.
Okay. So we're almost there. Starting to get scared to ask, but Arya, do you have any idea how to help him across?
The only thing I can think of is he just needs something to ground him to us. So, like, for me, it was my love for you guys. Like,
Oh. So
it made
maybe you
me
can
want
give
to
him
come
a
back.
pep talk.
I mean, I could try. But I don't have the ring to talk to him.
We maybe have to give him a pep talk.
But
Just
Oh, but I give the ring
yeah,
to you.
you have to unattune to kind of create this bridge.
so basically, whoever has him, just pump up his desire for his glamour wear. Tell him that he's got to make me a new wardrobe because I lost my wardrobe. Tell him that I have somebody that's given me some pointers.
Well, since none of us are tuned to the ring right now, do you think you could... I mean, you have mental abilities. Can you try to reach into the ring while it's not attuned?
Can I try to do that if I redo my psychic
Yeah, of course you can try.
whispers?
Yeah. I'll say make an
Heuser, guide her.
a straight intelligence. I say, since it's kind of a very ability focused thing and not a skill.
Can I use my inspiration?
You definitely can
Another
use your
nat
inspiration.
God,
Jesus
you'd have like a nosebleed.
Christ. Oh, there it
Jesus.
is. A 19.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't die like 2 days after we brought you back.
And it was a mental ability again. Like every
Mhm.
single time it has to lose your mind. It's crazy.
Thank you, inspiration.
Yeah. You kind of focus onto the ring and try to connect to it, but you realize the soul or glamour isn't inside of the ring anymore. And then you kind of switch your focus to the chrysalis and are able to connect and establish the connection to him. He seems like he has already wandered through the bridge that Arik has created to the chrysalis. And he's currently sitting inside of there, and you create this connection. He obviously doesn't notice, so do you say anything?
Glamour, it's Arya. Can you hear me?
Oh, I haven't talked in a long while. I hope you're looking fine.
Oh, I've had some issues, but we're not going to talk about me right now. We're going to talk about you. This is what we're going to do, okay? We're getting closer to giving you a body. But speaking as someone who has gone into a void. I didn't have a ring to save me, but I made it back. And in order to help you and to make it so you want to come back to us, just think about your glamourware collection. All of the things that we talked about that you were going to make, and I was going to help you. All your ideas. I met somebody that's gave me some pointers for somebody that's starting out. So we're just going to put all of this together, and I want you to think hard about your dream of becoming a glamourware fashion icon.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Made a friend.
23. He's like, oh, you don't have to remind me. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing 24/7. You know, as a lone soul inside of a wing. So much I can do, but I did notice, like, the space around me has changed. You know, I wasn't able to perceive things, but now I can see light. It's a bit scary. It almost feels like I'm going to heaven. Am I dying?
No, you're not dying, Glamour. We're getting closer to giving you a body. We're getting closer.
Wait, so should I approach the light?
Hang on a second. And I just quickly, like, look at Fear. Should he approach the light?
Yes.
Yes, Glamour. Approach the light. We are bringing you to us, and you will be joining us soon.
Oh my god, it's like in those novels I read. I always thought it was cheesy to follow the light, but here I am.
Oh, make sure you think about what he'll look like.
Just think about what you're gonna look like when you get here. Okay? Think about how you want to look when you join us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got an image in my head. And... okay, I'm getting closer.
It's getting closer.
Being warm and fuzzy inside. Oh, it's almost like the first time I fell in love. Oh. This is quite the experience. I have to write this down. But I don't have any hands. Oh.
You will have hands soon, Glamour.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I can feel, I can touch light. And then... poof! A small ocelot jumps out of the crystals and just kind of poofs up and appears. And then you all hear outside, oh, I'm out! As he talks with you. Oh!
Glamour!
Oh my god, I made it. Why are you so tall? Why am I so small? Oh my god. I'm a cat.
You are.
Technically, you were a cat before.
Well, I guess that's true. But I'm naked. Oh, actually, I kind of like it. It's very smooth. Who would have known? No clothing was the best thing all along. Interesting.
Oh my god.
And then he starts licking himself.
Careful, don't lick yourself too much. You'll go bald.
Oh no! It's my feline instincts. I couldn't stop myself. And I feel this sudden urge to pee.
I pick him up and I take him outside.
Out of the tower.
Oh. I never thought it was so comfortable just being held like this. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, take me
I'm
out.
gonna set you on the ground. I'm taking you outside and I'm gonna put you on the ground.
Okay.
Don't run away.
Where to? I don't even know where I am. This is a strange place.
Exactly. Pee and then we'll go back inside.
Alright. And he kind of steps outside. And then
Well, we did it.
finds a spot where he can pee. And then returns.
This is gonna be like a month-long pee that he's been holding in.
Ah,
Yeah, first pee in a long time.
no. Having physical urges. I did not miss them.
Is he talking mentally?
No, he's talking physically. He's moving his mouth, and you're all hearing him physically.
Oh my
Oh my god. Glamour and I
We
are
have-
best friends.
We have a freaking talking cat.
Oh, hold on. Does any one of you have a hat?
No.
No.
Oh.
Are you gonna try to become Puss in Boots?
No, then I would need boots. I would become the cat in the hat.
Oh god.
If you want, you can probably run to like a general store and find like doll clothing
No.
to put
Ooh.
on you.
God, no. If anything, I will make my own clothing. Even if I'm a cat, this won't stop me. I came back to life. No,
Okay,
You did?
Izarel.
Yes.
I know just the place that we can go. I don't know if they're closed, but Glamour has to stay here, but we can go find him close. I know that they'll have something for him.
I find familiar.
Oh, interesting.
Uh.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna shove the cat back in the tower. Close the door real quick.
Ah! Ooh, I landed on my feet.
Anyone who owns cats knows exactly what I just did.
Yeah.
Good old.
I see there's a cup on the table. Why does it seem so tempting to push it down?
Oh gosh.
I'm just gonna
So,
hold up a thing of keys and jingle it.
Kind of darts towards the keys and looks. Oh, what a beautiful sound. No!
So I look at Izrael and I tell her about the place that had the other tabaxi clothing store.
Yes, the Gilded Masquerade, which is a fancy clothing store.
But I tell Izrael we're walking there. We cannot tell her it's for glamour. Okay? I just tell her we have a cat and we want it to look wonderful.
Cute.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll. Sure. Let's.
For the viewers, Greg just
Oh my God.
sent a very funny gif in our private chat.
Yep. Okay, well, I'm gonna mark this off my to-do list.
So Izrael and I are on a mission to go find Glamour some adorable, glamorous cat clothes.
Yeah. I would say you can. Are definitely able to do that. So you go to the Gilded Masquerade, and she is obviously a bit confused of the weird request, since she doesn't usually make clothings for cats, but she does say, well, it would be very nice if I can get the measurements of the cat.
I mind link Fear. I was like, Fear, I need Glamour's measurements.
I'm not touching him.
Come on. He needs clothes. It's important.
Since if he's still within the tower, I will try to use the mental link and see if that works. With Find Familiar, Glamour, come upstairs for a sec.
Okay. And then he kind of goes up the stairs. As he kind of goes up the stairs, you see he's now walking on only his hind legs. Like,
This is gonna be the coolest thing ever.
this is more like it. Oh, gotta get used to the balance. No, walk on 4 legs. My balls will get
Interesting.
dirty.
You're going to go a lot slower if you do that, you know? Just
Well,
your choice.
for emergencies, I will drop down. But for now,
Okay.
I feel more comfortable walking on 2 legs. He's kind of like stumbling around the room.
I will try to gauge his measurements without touching him.
Yeah, make a I guess investigation check.
Point
I'm
roll.
sorry. I'm sorry, but the fact that you mentioned that he was on 2 legs
I'm
makes
distracted.
the gif
Yep.
even more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busy looking at him walking on 2 feet.
Yeah. You've never measured a damn cat in your life. It's like,
So
I guess 20 centimeter diameter bust.
no idea.
Sorry. So
He's
I just, about 20 diameters or centimeter diameter bust.
he's kind of a
Ocelot, is that what?
like a wild cat a little bit, you know, like a bit bigger than a house cat, but not tabaxi size.
Yes, I could assume, since tabaxi are human sized. She looks at you straight in the face, on eye level.
She's a tabaxi.
That's what I meant. He's bigger than a house cat, but he's not as big as you, is what I'm saying.
Okay, how about I just make a fit that can be somewhat adjustable?
Yes.
Oh, that would be awesome.
No, it probably won't look as good as if it was custom made by me. But since it seems like you do not know its measurements, I think this is the best we can do. But
It just has to be beautiful.
With a hat.
with a
Yes.
with a hat, a hat,
With a hat.
a hat for a cat.
Cat. Yes.
We think it's funny, you know, hat and the cat, you know?
Cat in the hat.
Yeah.
Haha. Funny.
Yeah, it does indeed feel like some sort of joke, and I do not.
You guys are talking to Tabaxi.
She seems a bit offended. She turns around and then just. And she comes on and says, "Well, for a custom clothing for a cat in a hat, that will run you about an adjustable size. That would be 55 gold."
I can do that.
Very well.
We went from downtime to making a cat to getting clothes for a cat.
We went. Just to mention, we went from what the hell just happened to our friend in that spell to we are now shopping for a cat. Hat.
Welcome to D&D, boys.
Hey.
the only place where that will happen. Holy shit. Okay, so you give her the 55 golds.
I'm giving her 60 as a thank you for being so accommodating.
Okay. Looks at you. Looks at you. It is a bit funny. And then kind of gives you a small beret as a hat. With the kind of slimmed out suit. It's kind of green color. This should fit almost every cat, hopefully. If it doesn't fit, you can return here and then I can make some further adjustments if needed.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
I'm glad I can help you in your cat racing endeavor and have fun.
Well, I figure a tabaxi as yourself should appreciate the fact that we are wanting to make our house cat as beautiful and well dressed as you are.
That is definitely one way to look at it. You know what? Yes, that is a very positive way of looking at things, and I appreciate you telling me this. Yes, I should be more happy that I can help dress a domesticated wild cat.
Thank you. Thank you again. We're gonna go give this to our cat. We haven't quite figured out his name yet, but we'll figure that out. But thank you so much.
I'm glad I could help. Okay, now leave, please. And
Quick, Heuser, let's go give this to our kitty cat.
As we exit, I was. Didn't you say he was Steve?
Yeah, but I didn't want to tell her our cat's name was Steve. Because then she'd be like, I thought that was your fashion friend's name. I didn't want to tell her it's the same.
You're gonna have to sit me down and explain that web of lie that you have, because my brain is not following. And I'm just gonna keep walking towards the tower.
yeah. Eventually you would return and you have Fiera in one corner just bamboozled.
Yeah.
Eric, I don't know, actually, just kind of chilling, I guess.
Sketching.
While a cat is dancing in the background on
Homer!
2 feet.
I can't look at the freaking chat. I can't.
Grammar!
Did you see?
Oh, what is it?
I got you some clothes and a hat.
Oh, you know, the hat was like an ironic joke, but oh sure, why not?
We don't joke about things in this group, all right?
Oh,
Jokes actually become reality.
well, fair enough. I mean, I get an extra hat for it. That's very nice. Now let's see what we're working with here.
And this clothing is adjustable because we didn't know your sizes. Fiera didn't want to get up close and personal with you.
Why?
So
Why? I'm a clean cat.
I didn't want to ruin your fun. You were just learning how to walk.
Yes. I am a bit disappointed. You know how much I care about clothing. And you're too shy to take measurements are important. And now I have these half-assed beta adjustable clothing.
Glimmer, those were expensive. Please appreciate the fact that I was nice enough to get you clothes.
You know that I'm very emotionally attached to this since it's a subject I deeply care about. You know? But I will keep my emotions at bay for now.
We also, although albeit slightly different, we also found you a body so you're not stuck in a ring.
That is very true. I apologize. I accept.
I understand that fashion is not a joke to you. We're trying.
Which is why I just spent 60 gold on this outfit for you. I went to the best of the best.
60 gold. Is a bit mid, but okay. Yeah, no, thank you very much. I am very grateful that you spent so much money for me, Aria. I deeply appreciate it, and I will make the best clothing for you in return. I will promise you that, even if I am a cat with paws.
I believe in you. You will find a way.
Yes, but first let me look at these clothings. He kind of walks towards you, stumbling his way. And kind
Oh
of...
my god, I can't stop looking at this cat in chat.
I had to close it. I can't.
I had to switch. I just can't.
And he starts kind of putting on the clothing, but in the middle of it, he kind of stops. And he kind of turns towards you, Arya, and looks at you. Where did you buy these?
It doesn't matter. Please put them on.
You know, as a cat, I have quite a keen nose now, and a very familiar scent is crossing my nostrils right now, and I'm conflicted.
Okay, Glamour, this is how it's gonna go. Yes, you know who made these clothing. She's not your greatest fan. I don't know your history with each other. But I knew that these clothing were going to be wonderful, and she has helped me make my clothing. And until we can get you up and, you know, getting used to your paws and how it works, until we can make you your own clothing, this is what we have.
Oh.
The only place I could go last minute.
No, I'm not complaining about the clothing. These are very fine crafted clothing. I'm just how should we put this? If she found out I did it again, then she would probably wish to behead me.
What do you mean did it again?
Let's just say I may or may not have stolen her personal collection and pretended it was mine.
Is she related to you in any way, shape, or form?
Well, not by blood, but we were co-workers, and I kind of ditched her.
Okay, well, she doesn't know that you're you. She just thinks you're our house cat.
Or Steve, depending on the day.
Steve?
You know,
apparently.
I had to come up with a name on the fly for you, Glamour, because I got the feeling that she didn't like you.
Didn't like me is putting it very lightly. He kind of runs down and looks down the door to see if she's there or not. Okay, she isn't here.
Doesn't know where we live, Glamour.
She's working right now.
He has a death wish on me. Can never be too careful. I even think she cursed me somehow. I bet she tried every means to do so. So you never know. Knock on wood. He runs to a table and knocks it 3 times with his paw.
Okay, so when we're in public, your name is going to be Steve.
I'm a cat!
Yes, a cat that can talk.
Well,
Steve.
I just won't talk in public.
That's a wonderful idea.
But I feel like there's times when you feel like you're gonna talk. So if anybody asks, your name is Steve.
Oh, I mean, there are more beautiful names. But okay, if you want to call me Steve, you can call me Steve.
Steve says what?
Who? Oh, wait, I'm Steve.
It'll work perfectly.
Okay, so Steve, no other name?
Keys.
Oh. He kind of jumps up on both of his hind legs.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, this is so exciting.
So a general rule is you can do whatever you want. Just get in trouble. You're kind of on your own. I don't care who you follow. Just try not to cause more trouble than me already caused.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be busy trying to figure out how I can draw with my mouth.
Perfect.
Well, you have little nubs in
Oh,
between your
I see what you did
toes.
there. Well, actually, no, I have a better idea. So, do any of you have like a wooden board? Maybe I can scratch inside of it instead.
Right?
I'm sure we could find something.
Yes, I can scratch. I can draw with my claws.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna mark up the board.
Yes.
You're only gonna be able to draw one thing.
Yeah, like a piece of paper. You can only draw one thing on a piece of paper. Am I crazy? Is that how it works?
Yes.
You could also dip your claw into ink and draw
Ooh.
with your claw.
Oh yes. Maybe I have to refashion it. Maybe I can put a little hole inside, like with feathers. Oh, that's a great idea.
Perfect. Okay. Well, welcome back to life.
Hey, I'm back. Okay, seems like
We're
I'm...
gonna be even more best buddies than we were before, Glamour.
Yes, I am very excited, especially for how I'm going to shape the way you are going to perceive yourselves. The clothing I will make for you, you will understand and appreciate the art of being glamorous.
Insert
Oh.
the song Glamorous by Fergie.
That's too deep cut for me. I do not know that song.
Oh my gosh.
Which I should, as the guy playing glamour, but so it is.
Okay. Before I forget, I'll do the Arcane Aura on Spag and the Focus. That's 6 out of 30 for permanence.
Okay. Bringing us officially out to the close of the first day. Second day. Is it the second day? Isn't this the first day?
Oh.
Well,
I think,
since when? Like,
Yeah.
I think it was the first day.
Yeah, it's the first day.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, it's the evening of the first
For
day.
downtime.
yeah.
Yeah. Then like Fair, do you just leave Glamour out or do you dismiss him?
I let him do whatever he wants to do. He's not my cat.
Okay.
He's our cat.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Holy did you just post the entire thing?
The lyrics are hilarious. Honestly. After the session, take a minute to read those lyrics.
Okay. I
Very
will.
important.
Yeah, then I think everyone has done their due diligence for the day. We'll go on to day number dos. So once again, you can tell me what you would like to do.
Azarel, do you want to do that thing?
Thing. That
Oh.
thing.
Yes. I'm trying to learn more about the planes. So if you have someone in the Feywild, I want to try to contact them.
I personally don't know anyone that is in the Feywild permanently.
You said your mentor might be there or here or both?
Kind of. He was here and then he showed me the weave. I believe he, and this is for Jack, I believe he brought me to the Feywild, right?
No, it wasn't a Feywild. It was kind
It
of
wasn't the Feywild, it was
like
it was something
his
else.
personal grove that he kind of
Yeah.
kept.
Yeah.
Yeah, famously he said that the connection to the way Feywild has been lost. And so
Yeah.
he isn't able to
Yeah.
get back to it.
Yeah, that's where I got those two confused. So he's technically here. He can't go back, or else he would
Oh.
like to go back. We
Interesting.
can't connect to the other side anymore. At least according to him.
Right, that's actually what my research brought up as well. It seems like no one's been to the Feywild in a while, but some people are traveling to the Shadowfell, which is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, the other side. There's here the Feywild and then the Shadowfell on the other side.
Right. What about your Servalon?
Servalon is a god.
Ah. Okay,
Who
that would
is-
probably be difficult.
Yeah, who is believed to be dead. When I pray to Servalon, I pray to his children, or his spirit, or his evocation, I guess. It is believed right now that the gods from the Feywild died.
Oh. That is terrifying.
Which is why I'm trying to reconnect with them, and I'm trying to see exactly what happened, because if you ask me personally, I believe it is related to the fact that the weave is dying.
Right. Do you know if Servalon, his children have names?
Yeah, the trees that I talked to. I asked them their name.
Oh, so
They
they're
are
here.
they are his children.
I see. It's gonna get difficult
So the one in Sunanir died to a demon.
then. Yes.
I believe there is one back at home in Corvalli. I also believe that and this is unconfirmed, this is only me thinking, I believe there is one in major cities. I'm trying to see if that's correct.
Could be. If for that I'm understanding is if they are children of Servalon, and Servalon was from the Feywild, then those would
Yes.
be strong places of magic. So it makes sense for cities to pop up there.
Yes.
Okay. So the Feywild still seems like a mystery. We aren't sure who is there, what is happening there, what's alive, or how to get there.
It could be completely dead and no one would know. It could be full of life and mysteries and things and thriving and no one knows.
Oof, okay. Well, maybe that will be my research today. Seeing if there's any record of who may be surviving there. Or what may be surviving there. Because I think Zephygus has been working on that.
Yeah. That's I have been trying to look into it, but I have not been having any luck with it. I think I am slightly distracted with everything that's happening with Arya.
That's pretty fair.
I'm fine.
Now you are. 2 days ago you were dead.
Yeah, well, let's postpone that then, and maybe in the future, if we hear of anything, I can try this spell then.
Once we've dealt with this, and I point to my arm, once we've dealt with this, if you're interested, if it's something that could help us, I could possibly try to get in contact with my mentor, and we could probably visit him, and you guys could ask all of the questions that you have.
If we're alive, that sounds wonderful.
You better stay
obviously.
alive. I can't lose you both again.
What do you mean again?
Just what I said. I can't lose you guys again.
We're the ones that lost you when you died.
I just kind of shake my head and maybe I'm just getting confused.
Yeah. I think so.
Maybe. Take a day off to do something fun, maybe. Or rest. Well, yeah, let's revisit the Feywild at a later date.
Wait,
I don't like what Arya just said.
okay.
I'm gonna go up to her, put my hand on her head, like I'm holding her like this, you know, like boop, and I'm gonna cast detect evil and good, because I want to know if she's been consecrated or desecrated.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah,
And
there's a vibe I'm not liking.
yeah, you conjure up this magic that allows you to detect other presences of either, you know, good or bad. You know, that's the question: what's good and what's bad? You know,
Yeah.
but you feel a strong evil coming from the mark, obviously.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's I guess, good person that comes from Arya, though she did try to sell illegal drugs, so maybe a bit bad. But no, like, kind of fey energy coming from her person itself. It seems to be Arya. So no influence other than, you know, the mark that you're already aware of.
Okay, I'm gonna let my hand slide like next to her cheek and be like, "Are you feeling okay?"
I'm feeling fine. Like, why do you ask?
I don't know. There's something bugging me. You weren't as happy-go-lucky 24 hours ago.
I've been dealing with a lot, and I'm just starting to get back to normal. Whatever my new normal is.
Okay, just tap and
Okay. Then, I guess for this day we will follow, I guess, Eirik, since he hasn't said anything in a while. So what are you up to on this beautiful day?
At some point, well, all my normal stuff, just sketching and crafting and whatever, but that's not as important. At some point, if I can find Izarel, not like when she's just alone. Izarel, I'd like to talk to you about something.
yes.
I swear it's nothing. There's nothing like bad or anything. It's just just sort of reflecting on what's transpired the last little while. So when we were doing the ceremony to bring Arya back, I sat down, and as the ceremony was happening, I I think I prayed for the first time in my life.
Okay.
But immediately following my prayer, we got whisked away to hell and had to fight a devil. So I think I did it wrong.
No. That's not how prayer works. We were whisked away to that place because the High Cleric sent us there to bring Arya's soul back. You know, we had to... Kind of the way that you created that bridge from the ring to the crystal for glamour, we were that bridge for Arya.
Right.
The cleric did that, and we were used as a bridge to bring her back.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It gave us the tool to do it. The prayers that you do will usually be unanswered. Like most of the time. Big most of the time, you don't get an answer. And if you get an answer, it's gonna be images, it's gonna be smells, it's gonna be gibberish, it's gonna be sometimes a nice clear vision. It might be a conversation that you have with the god that you pray to. But praying like, Servalon, listen to me, is not gonna take you and pluck you in hell like, okay, now go help your friend.
Okay. All right, good to know. Because, yeah, like, I have no idea who I was even trying to pray to or at or whatever. I just thought in the moment, sitting in the church watching the ceremony, I felt like I should be doing something, but I don't know anything about religion, so like I just...
Have you ever meditated in your life? Like taken a moment to reflect on things or anything like that?
No, of course I haven't.
Okay. When you sit down and you think about your inventions and you think about your sketches, you have all these thoughts in your head, all these ideas. Do you take the time to like categorize them or prioritize them, and or like, you know, you have this moment where you're completely focused on your page and you're just sketching and doing your things?
Well, yeah.
Right.
That's how I process and put an invention from paper to reality.
You can take this concept and apply it to praying. It's a moment that you take to organize your thoughts and to maybe ask something or use it as an outlet to talk to something or someone. Instead of putting it into a sketch on paper, you're talking to someone out there. Could be a god, could be your parents, could be anyone, anything really. It's basically the same thing, just a different way.
Right. And how would I choose who to pray to if it was a god, for example? Like what's out there that I can focus on, I guess? I mean, okay.
Hi, sir. Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Servalon? No, joking. Uh, usually, usually you'll find someone or something that will resonate with you. If you think about it, the lichness is all about the light, and the angels and everything. The Fae gods are a little bit different than that. They're a little bit more abstract, if you will. But one that I would see that maybe could be one that maybe would resonate with you would be Reptiliath, the Herald of Patience and Logic.
Never heard of it.
Right. But, he's very... He, she, they... That god, that herald is all about patience and logic, which I think resonates with you. I'm personally a Moonweaver, because I resonate with the stars and the moon and all that. It's all about finding what resonates with you, and sometimes it could take time. You can just speak to the void, and one day that void is going to have a name and a face. You might stumble onto it. I could tell you, oh yeah, go out and pray Servalon, he's cool and everything, but if it doesn't resonate with you, to be honest, I didn't believe in anything when I started my journey. And then I learned about all these things, and I learned about the Fae Court, and I said, I want to learn about them. So I went on this journey, and I just left everything that I knew, and I just went into the forest. Started walking, searching, and one day a deer, most beautiful deer I've ever seen in my life, just appear in front of me out of the trees. And I followed it, and it brought me to the shrine where I met my mentor. So just look around you for the little things, the little signs that could be that could pull you to something that you could believe in. You don't have to go in a forest and walk aimlessly until a deer magically appears in front of you. It could very well be on the corner of the street here. I just so happened that I was trying to find one of the shrines. I was looking for a shrine. I had a goal looking for the Fae Court. You might find something else.
Yeah, it's not that I'm actively looking for anything specific, but it's just it feels like there's more to tap into. I just witnessed a ceremony to revive a being.
Yep.
That's wildly out of context for me. I have no idea, that, not even come close to figuring that kind of stuff out.
And I look at your contraptions that you come up with, and I just think, how does one person do it? Yet here you are. Just building these things that are keeping us alive and helping us. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of that. I suppose that might be the point that I'm trying to look at. Is that like, is there something out there that I can try to tap into that might help even more than what I already know? Like, there's obviously some higher power going on somewhere out there. So is there a way to, you know, take that, harness it, and put it into the things that I do, so that I'm not just doing like a simple, you know, little contraption or whatever. Like, I want to, I don't know. I want to see if there's extra stuff that I can pull into.
It sounds like you might need to spend a little bit of time at the archives to read about these things. I unfortunately don't have the answer you're looking for here. All I can do is encourage you to explore a little bit.
Well,
But I mean, you said you're not actively looking for something, but it sounds to me like you are. You know what you want. Even if it sounds abstract to you, you know what you're looking for. You're looking for someone or something that can help you building these things. To me, that's quite clear. I don't know what it is. I don't have the answer for you. But maybe if you start opening, not your physical eyes, but if you start opening your mind to these things, maybe you'll see signs, or if you search a little bit, you might find some pointers to where or what to look at. You could maybe ask at the academy to one of the professors. They might help you. They might have better answers than me. I studied politics, not religion. So I stumbled into the religious side of things. I was supposed to take my dad's place. Yeah.
But now here you are helping with
giving you the biggest religious speech I've ever given to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I was just wanted to make sure that I didn't, like, somehow make our journey to hell happen by...
I don't think that was you, because I was, just to let you know, I was praying Servalong and asking him to bring Arya back, so...
Okay.
I was also praying, so it could have been you, could have been me. In this case, it was none.
Okay,
None
so
of us.
I'm just gonna believe that it was you and that I didn't do anything wrong in the moment.
If it helps you sleep at night, yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay, well, thanks. I'll, yeah, I guess I'll, think about all that. Sorry, that's a lot to just be like, hey, talk about religion for me, please.
It's all good. Anytime you need some help about that, I can try to help you with the little bit of knowledge that I have. You know...
A lot more knowledge than anyone I've ever been
well,
around.
you know, I started out, you know, with my druidic abilities. And the more I've prayed and the more I've followed Servalon, I've developed these clerical abilities that I have. So just give it time. those things take time. It doesn't come like you sleep one night and the next morning you wake up with surprise. Now you're full of that knowledge.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm I'm glad we got Arya back.
Yeah. Does she seem way too happy for you?
Yes.
Like 2 days ago, she was happy to be here. You know, she was glad to be here, but she was like, okay, we need to deal with this, and she was like all into like, we gotta, you know, we gotta make sure that I don't die again, and you know, like she was very Arya. Right now, she's Arya, and I don't like that.
No, I mean, it's great. I mean, she could be, I could have been like totally evil and psychotic and whatever. So it's good that it's like happy-go-lucky, but there's something.
Arya is not happy-go-lucky.
Right. That's yeah.
Arya is tactical. She's level-headed, though a little bit sometimes act now, think later. But right now, she's way too, like, rainbows and sunshine and flowers everywhere, and let's jump in the field and all be happy and dance in circle.
Yeah, something. I don't know if it was just the one thing that Fiera just did to her the other day, or it's been a combination of things.
She was not like that before the spell.
No, I agree, but I'm like, was it just that spell that has done something, or has it been like a build up?
I don't know.
And why does she keep saying that we were missing?
Well, I mean, when she was in hell, I know it's not literal hell, but it's hell. When she was in hell, she told us like she saw us like coming to save her and die and over and over and over again. So I guess in her head we weren't there. But is that what she's referring to? Like she hasn't talked about it at all. And
Yeah.
I'm scared to ask questions because when I ask her if she's all right, she's like, "Yeah, you're here, and she's happy."
Yeah, you're here. She's implying that we weren't here at some point, except
Yep.
we always were, unless it's what you're talking about her being trapped and everything.
But why would she start talking about it like 2 or 3 days later, not right away?
No, it has to. Whatever Fiera did to her must have either started a process, or it was just like the final straw in something that just snapped. I don't. Something happened in those 12 seconds that she doesn't remember.
Or doesn't want to talk about.
Or can't talk about.
So, Fiera says that she sent her somewhere in time, right? Like she moved her in time or something like that?
That's what I'm led to believe, yes. But we all stayed here.
Yeah, so I don't want to say, because I don't want to say it's Fiera's fault, because I don't think it is her fault. But maybe where she sent her in time triggered something? or something happened there.
Because you would think if it was Top Hat Man, she would have said something. Because that's familiar. We know what that is.
If it was hell or that prison cell that she was in with Top Hat Man.
Yeah.
Like, those are the two references that we have, that we know she was sent there by one of these beings.
So now it's a completely new place.
That we have no idea about.
And it's a completely new being, Fiera, sending her somewhere instead of...
Again, I don't want to blame Fiera for this. We're all trying to find ways to give ourselves advantage for the fight that is coming up. I think the choice of person to receive the spell may not have been the best. But you know, yeah, so now we have a third place, potentially third place that we have to
Time,
right? So we have two places and a time now.
Since I assume you have the mind link on, I'll say as I'm doing my daily things on. So if anyone has time or some extra cash, we I think are pretty low on potions. Since we used the two I found on Arya.
That is actually smart.
I could look around, but I still have a little bit of work to do today. But I should be free tomorrow.
I'm not really doing anything today, so like I'm just waiting for my armor to be ready so I can go get stuff to prepare.
Yeah, if you can find potions, I'd be willing to help with the cost, of course, since we probably all need them.
Yeah, I'll definitely see what I can find.
I'll come with you, Arya. I have a couple things in mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, thank you, Izrael, for talking me through that.
Anytime. Conversation about all of this that is happening right now with my friend, to be continued.
Yeah, no, sure. Yep.
Okay, and I'll join Arya and let Eirik.
I was probably playing with glamour.
Yeah, that's what I meant to.
He's your new buddy. Yeah, you can keep him. He's all yours.
And Arya will be like all for it too.
Yeah, he's doing tricks and stuff.
I mean, he is your familiar though, so you're the one who can call him or poof him.
Good.
But Arya can play with him, and that's
Yes.
important. The most important aspect.
Yep.
Is there like an adopt a familiar thing? Just like-
It should be.
give your familiar up so someone else can have them.
Oh man, that would be
Let me
amazing.
transfer my find familiar to you. He's your
Aw.
problem now.
That would be a wonderful business.
Yeah, a business a stalker would use because they can see through the
Oh,
familiar.
see through. Oh god.
Yep.
So it's like home
Oof.
invasion.
Oh yeah.
I'd say let's then switch over to, I guess, Arya, are you doing anything special, or are you just kind of playing with glamour and just waiting for your armor to be finished?
So I guess I'm gonna go look for some potions, wait for my armor to be ready, and then probably Arya would want to spend some time in the library. Looking at anything that I can find of... How do I word this without saying too much?
You can write it if you.
We can all go mute if you really don't want to like get rid of this information.
Yeah, I'll definitely and just wave us when you're done.
Yeah, if you guys can mute for just a second.
I give a audio cue via the soundboard.
I forget. Hang on. I forget how to do it. Now it's mute.
Okay. Well, tell me.
So basically, I want to go to the library to try to find anything about like the different timelines.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how is it possible to switch places?
Okay, so just timeline specifically then.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a very curious person, and I feel like with this happening to me, like, I'm like, what? How did this happen? Like,
Yeah, and probably also curious is what's happening with your other version, which you replaced. Yeah, make an investigation check there. Oh, in which library section would you go?
oh man, I guess I could ask the guy at the desk where I might go. First off, with like timelines, because I feel like he might know where to direct me.
Yes. Otto would say that is something. He would say, well, this is a very specific topic you are searching for. I think the best chance would be in the personal collection of Zephyrus.
Thank you.
So you would go down to the 9th layer. And yeah, just make an investigation check and then see if you also enter the personal appearance for the first time. 26. Friggin' damn good. You go into the Astral Connections section, and there's a specific section. No, you wouldn't go to Astral Connections. There's a section called Omens that you go into, and you read up there, and there is a fair bit amount of stuff that you have heard from Fiera kind of written down here, but it seems a bit more official. Like every time you hear Fiera talk about timelines and stuff, it always seemed like a bit, thrown out there. But here are notations of Shadowmancers that very specifically talk about how every decision kind of invokes different realities, and that they can kind of, create these timelines of all the decisions that could have been made in one point in one given time. And Shadowmancy specifically, what it does is in every shadow that gets created, and that is kind of an alternate reality that kind of springs into existence, is referred to as a shadow reality. What you can try and do is merge them together and then create a bleed effect. And what that basically means is you take the influence of a reality that didn't happen in yours and then kind of bleed through some of the things you would have wanted to happen. And through these bleeds, you can kind of sort of exchange things that normally wouldn't have happened. and it also specifically says like extremely high levels of shadowmancy allows one to bleed very crazy things like the soul of a creature, and you can replace your own body basically with one from a different reality. If you would, for example, die in one, extremely high level shadowmancers can just bleed their soul out of their own reality and then kind of go into a different one, replacing them, but then killing the other soul if it goes into their own body, obviously, because they would die since they go into the body where they have died. So it's every reality and every person in a different reality is its own individual, and replacing them is literally putting you away from the crossfire and putting someone else there instead. So every time you would attempt to do something, you are sacrificing a version of yourself. As you're kind of reading this, you are noticing now, you now live in a reality where they haven't died, but there's still a version of you that is experiencing the same loss because you put them there, and they are now have to deal with the consequences that all of the friends have died.
Oh man. All right, so that would be pretty much what I would be researching in the library.
Yeah, I see. It's like extremely convoluted texts that kind of go on there. So it takes you a while to get that up, and let's hopefully they hear that.
Okay.
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's safe.
Ezreal's still out of it.
Yeah, I didn't hear the duck. I just saw.
Okay, so the meeting. But let's have a good visual cue.
Did you find your how to TPK?
No, I found some very interesting things. I wish
Good.
that you were in on the loop because I felt like you would have found them interesting.
I'm sure I would have.
And with that perfect segue, Fiera, what are you doing?
One more day at the archive. I need to find some useful spells. My combat spells are very far in between. But first, I will once again look for something, a book, a tome, research on the Prestigia specifically.
Okay, interesting. Which layer would you like to go to?
I can't scribe on the 9th, so I will go to the 8th.
Okay. Then you can make an investigation check there.
Come on, I just got a 1. Next is a 20. Or 9.
18, so pretty good. And specifically, you're looking for, what's it called?
Yeah, things I'm like familiar with that I found back in like Canaan.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of whisk through the 8th layer, and you do find a section of books that deals with the different schools of magic that have yet been unexplored for the most part, but have recently come more into light because connections have been made with people who have been practicing these things for a long time but aren't connected with modern society. And here you can see the enlistments of specifically the Molvanax tribe. And then there is one that talks about a traveler who has managed to travel to this Molvanax clan, and where he kind of interviewed one of the Shadowmancy practitioners and kind of lists off what he has explained to them. And it basically says or discusses how reality itself is made out of different aspects, and that magic is just a way to manipulate these aspects in different ways, as we are very familiar with, creating heat, cold, and stuff. And it goes into further detail where it says that the physical world is dictated by the physical and magical laws that govern the existence of everything that influences each other. And this includes specifically density, gravity, radiation, and charge. They determine once...
Can you put those in chat?
Yes, I can definitely.
And the name of the tribe, if you can.
Oh yeah, didn't I already? So this is for the physical world.
Okay.
Yeah, these 4 aspects of the physical and quote-unquote magical reality determines one's physical property and fundamentally how one exists inside of space, which means how much you weigh, how much strength you have and push, what your density is, all that stuff, magnets and everything are kind of governed by these things. And magic itself, if you want to define it in one sentence, is able to change certain aspects of this reality. For example, one can create greater heat or increase the density or size of an object. Of wizards, you can, make someone bigger, smaller, change the shape, create fire, create cold. These are all just manipulating these 4 aspects: density, gravity, radiation, and charge. And this concept is also true for the nature that governs our reality that isn't physical, and these things can also be changed. Shadowmancy is the gateway to these other states, and like the physical ones, there are 4 in total that make up our world. There's the state of time, the state of space itself, the state of choice or fate, and the state of the soul. And these are the 4 Shadowmancy states. Some of these states, or they refer to them as aspects, are what not only make reality possible, but also the perception of it. Which means, where it goes into detail, that the soul allows one to exist in a space and interact with it. Physical objects like stones and stuff, they don't perceive anything, and it would be a very plain reality in which nothing would change. But because the state of the soul exists and the state of choice and fate exists, things are dynamic and ever moving. When Shadowmancy is being used, similar to how the natural weave is divided into different schools of magic, the same goes for Shadowmancy. And you can see that Shadowmancy is actually an over-categorization of the actual schools that exist, which is Shadowmancy, the school of time, chronomancy or tempocation, the school of space, locosurgy, the school of soul, animancy, and the school of possibility, causomancy. And then it goes into quite a bit of detail how messing with these states directly has proven to be extremely dangerous, and the consequences are far greater than the physical consequences that we are used to from normal casting of magic. And there's a personal notation of the guy who's being interviewed who says that is why he believes that the Prestigia have gone lost, even though they literally had the power to control time and reality itself, and that there still seems to be a higher power keeping check on things. So you aren't able to abuse this power in any way, shape, or form. Otherwise, you would still be hearing or feeling the presence of the Prestigiae, but they have been long lost gone. And then it goes into a new modern approach of Shadowmancy that the guy has been working on personally, and that is focused on mainly manipulating one's own shadow, or rather one's own possibilities, space, time, and soul. And as such, the meddlings with far realms is kept to a limit, and one has no need to worry about unpredictable consequences since you're only influencing yourself, so you aren't putting yourself at risks of a tsunami of consequences that could crush on you at any time. And it goes further, it says that he has found that the ones that use its own shadow, or rather, he says that one's own shadow is its own being, even though it exists as part of us. And through greater control of the shadow weave, one can give extensive freedom and even detach oneself from it, though the natural forces will pull oneself back to its shadow as it's supposed to be. So it's kind of just stating that your shadow is its own entity, and you can do separate things.
Right.
And at the end of it, there seems to be a shadowmancy spell that he then gives the guy as an example for what they are using now mainly as shadowmancy practices.
Okay. I can read this spell, understand it. I guess, can I make a check to see if I can figure out
Yeah, you
its
can.
extent?
An Arcana check for sure. 16. Yeah, it's a very, from an arcane perspective, since the guy who's being interviewed, it was given to him as a way to inform him, so it isn't like a super complicated thing, and it seems like a very baseline magic. And basically what it's able to do, or what's written inside, is you detach yourself from your shadow, so you kind of leave your shadow in one space, you can move away from it, and then you can kind of reappear back where you placed your shadow.
Interesting. Does it mention where this tribe is at?
Yeah, you would know. It's in the depths of the Korich mines, as you've read many times before.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I should probably learn it, huh? Okay, yeah, I will poof back and try to describe the spell.
Okay. We appear back up. Otto just sitting there, just gives you a nod, doing what you're doing. It's a first level spell, and it is called Shadow Print. So you can look that up. It shouldn't take too long, only 2 hours and 50 gold, I believe it is.
Yeah, 50 for a first level.
Yeah. Okay. While you do that, that was a long segment. I guess I saw Eirik once again. Anything from two of you? Eirik, you wanted to do something, maybe?
No. No.
Nope.
I'm just continuing with my little sketches and crafts and stuff. Nothing new to try yet.
Yay. Then Isoel.
I was gonna go with Arya to buy some potions and other stuff.
Okay, yeah. What would you like to buy?
I believe we wanted some health potions. But I'm also going to perhaps look for a medicine kit.
Mm-hmm.
So that eventually I could craft some basic potions if we're in a pinch.
Yeah. Can do that. Yeah, from a mechanical standpoint, I would also say like midi healing kits. I think that's the proper name. That allows one to, I think, stabilize one even if you aren't proficient in medicine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so everyone is aware. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, like the fact that I have my herbalism kit and my health kit means that I technically would have like the tools and knowledge to craft like very, very basic healing potions.
Yeah, I also think.
Yeah, which is better than having nothing at all when you're deep in the forest somewhere.
Yeah. Then how many healing kits would you like to buy? One costs 5 gold, and there are a total of 7 available.
Would you have waited for me to get back from the library to go do this?
Yes, I would have waited for you to come back. Because I believe you wanted to do it as well. Are you back from the library?
Well, that's why I asked if you waited for me to get back from the library.
Yes, I would have waited for you.
Then yes. I
Okay.
agree with you now.
Okay. You said there were 7 available?
Yep.
I think I'll buy all 7.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah. Hang out the
Because
stuff.
I can... Yeah.
Then that's 35 gold for the healing kits.
Yes. I can't do math.
Is it
Okay.
not?
It did the math for me. Good. I love technology.
Okay. Did you do? You must have homebrew enabled, right, Fiona?
Yeah, I should.
No,
It's not popping up.
don't understand. What other players are there?
Oops.
Tools, proficiencies, herbalism kit.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Sorry.
How did you even do that?
Yeah, I also don't know how.
I went into my tools, and instead of like adding something, I clicked on Beyond 20, which shared my stats, my stuff from that.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Playing card set. Wait, playing card set.
yeah,
Oh, there wasn't any checks when you guys were playing. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm proficient in playing cards as well.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yo, you can't see the spell.
What was the name of the spell?
Shadow Point.
It's a 3rd level spell. So are you looking in just 1st level spells?
Please.
A first level spell. Oh no, it is a third level spell. I'm dumb. Why did I think it was a first level spell?
I don't know.
Shadow Prince. That doesn't show for me either.
Yeah, I don't filter it by things. It doesn't for some reason. I just looked into your character. You have homebrew enabled, so why it's not.
That's weird.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh. Oh yes, it is there. Yeah, it is there.
Is it? Why isn't it showing up for me?
Well, I will just click learn for you,
Yeah, I mean that works.
and then just refresh your page now. Then you should have it.
I will refresh.
Going back to ISO, I'm sorry. Healing potions.
It's all good. I was adding my healing kits
Oh,
to
okay.
my stuff. I had to custom make them into the thing, and the page was fighting me. Right. Potions.
Yeah, they have 6 regular healing potions for they go for 75 gold. Bit of an up price since a lot of people are requesting them.
Do they have any like greater healing potions?
Yes, they have 1 greater healing potion that goes for what's the price again? 450.
450? Oh man.
Greatest cost.
Says the one who's died before.
That potion helped. Both your potions helped, actually.
I
I'm
mean,
glad.
You don't get a third chance.
I'll, I think I'm gonna buy all of the potions, the regular ones, and
Okay.
then redistribute them in the group. And I'm saying this to Arya as well. I'm not just saying this to say this. And Fiera said she was going to help with the costs, so I'll purchase the regular potions.
Okay, that would make it 6. It would make it 450 gold, which is
Yep.
1 great healing potion.
Oh, come on. Stupid thing. I don't like you anymore. This. It worked. Okay, I like it.
Quick switch there.
I will spend the 450 gold for the greater potion of healing.
Okay, well, before you do that, they also have other potions which you also would like to add. And since you're there, I would assume, since this is an alchemy shop called the Blue Brew, they also have a potion of flying, which also goes for 450, and a potion of fire breath, which goes for 125. If you would be interested in any of those before you make your getting the greater healing potion.
Oh man.
Or do you just still want to get the greater healing potion?
I know for sure I want to get the greater healing potion.
Okay, then.
I'll add that.
The Gnome provider seems to be very happy. You're buying out all the stock.
Oh yeah, we just sold them out of healing potions.
Better make new ones.
Do we... I look at Azrael. Do you think we'll need a potion of flying or fire breathing?
You're asking the wrong person. I can do that by myself.
You can do fire breathing by yourself?
Well, kind of.
Hey, Eirik.
Ha! Why? What? Ha! What? What? What?
Do you want to be able to fly or breathe fire? They're potions,
Maybe?
so like they're temporary.
No, I think I'm good.
Fiera,
Don't-
do you want to fly or fire breathe?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Then no, this is all we need.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you. That's 900 gold in a day. Don't see that very often. We need some healing.
Oh yes. I've had my fair share moments of brushing with death. I'd like to not do that again.
Oh, well then, they will certainly help you in staying alive for a bit longer.
Yes, thank you.
Brushing with death?
Okay, I was trying to put it lightly, okay?
Oh,
Right.
seem young and healthy to me right now, young lady.
Yes. Right now. Keyword.
Understand. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Earthquake.
Okay, anything else you would like to purchase? You got your healing potions kit.
I thought of something and I forgot. So it must not be important.
I know it's only been a couple days and I was told a week for my armor, but I just want to go check on it because I'm impatient.
Okay.
Right. I need
And
to
I-
go to the blacksmith.
And I don't like being extra squishy.
You go there and stepping inside the Leonin greets you once again, and he would say that, hold on, just bear to dice if he's faster than usual. I would say that he unfortunately has not completed the army yet.
Not a problem. I just wanted to stop in and just check to see how it's going.
Yeah, a lot of busy customers coming in. So, having a hard time to find, to get to work on your specific piece, but should be done in the next 3 days.
Okay. Thank you. Are you still able to deliver it to the tower?
Yes, no worries, I will send you a message once it's finished.
Thank you. And then I walk out.
Hey. Then, I presume that concludes the second day?
Did you want to go to the blacksmith?
Oh, yes.
Not with, not. I'll go alone at another time.
Okay.
I would just spend whatever, probably a few hours just looking for more normal spells. So I do practice normal spellcraft as well. Anything that would have to do with combat.
Okay. Then you can make another investigation check. Normal spell section, I presume.
Yeah. Not looking for anything specific.
22. Yeah. I mean, the first book you open up, the classic spell that usually every evocation wizard is taught, and a hardy spell that never fails. Good old magic missile. You can see, listen inside of there. You can see alternatives for high level casting with a bit of elemental damage, scorching ray, and then a big classic, and it's just a list of like classic spells that get used for, you know. You also get fireball. So those are the kind of the 3 that are listed there as the most used ones of evocation wizards when it comes to combat spells.
Oh, that would take a while. Are there any like defensive spells I can find as well?
Yeah. There was a 22, I say it's kind of in the same bracket. It's kind of just page over. It just seems to be for battle mages, like a beginner's guide.
Great.
Obviously, shield is inside of there. Mage armor is inside of there. And there's one called, there's a true spell, even inscribed inside of here, a true shield. Which functions the same way as a normal shield, just that if the damage type is elemental in nature, for example, someone would cast a Scorching Ray at you, if you are able to defend against it with a +5 AC buff, you would absorb the damage and gain temporary hit points equal to the damage you would have taken.
Ooh.
There's also Elemental Barrier, there's Magic Circle, but it takes time to set up. And those are the basic defensive things based inside of there.
Okay. I think I'll pick a couple then. I'll have to look through it. Yeah, I'll pick a couple and let you know and make sure I mark down the cost.
Okay.
That'll be my day.
Yes, we'll probably spend the entirety of the rest of the day to do that.
Yep.
So does that now conclude everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll also say that concludes quite nicely with our second shopping session back to back to back. This time nothing too crazy happening. We're just chilling. We're just chilling here right now.
Waiting for the armor.
Yeah.
I really loved the part of our session where Eirik and Israel were talking about their thoughts about me. I was trying to drop little clues without giving anything too much away.
Yeah. You usually do like to spill the beans pretty early, so I'm proud of you of keeping it close to the chest.
This one's too juicy not to.
God.
I'm happy.
I really, really did my best because, like, Isorel knows Arya so well, but at the same time, like, how much do you know someone, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
it was like trying to find that sweet spot of this is my best friend, but this is maybe not my best friend. I don't know. Something's fishy.
Yes. Well, we'll have renewed chances to guess next week what's
Now going back and listening.
Yeah. Yes, I will know when someone of you change.
Oh my god.
Yeah. A lot of it's like a stark contrast to what has been like the first few sessions, and then now this where you're just kind of just sitting in a self-created tower next to a store owned by an Aarakocra, taking your time, learning spells and crafting items.
Perfect.
It took us one campaign plus 30 plus sessions in this campaign to learn to take our time.
Yeah. To chill the fuck out.
We've been, for 2 years, we've been go, no thinking, and now we're like, okay, wait. Maybe think.
Ooh, I have the robots now.
Bang!
Oh, and it's already back. Never mind.
Oh.
Yep.
At
That was
least
really
it's the
quick.
end of the session.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it didn't
Yeah,
last
that's
very
nice.
long.
But yeah, it took us 2 years to learn that maybe thinking is a good thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, being in a place where you can safely do so definitely also helps. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
campaign 1, you didn't have that luxury. Even when you thought you
No.
did, one of you almost got instantly assassinated
Mm-hmm.
in
Yep.
your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the world's still turning, the moon doesn't exist. We'll find out more next time. So we're gonna say goodbye for now, and y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. Have a good day, y'all. Why am I sounding like Cameron?